Okay, I think we're rolling.
Ready?
1, 2, 1, 2. Leonard, Brad, Emma, myself. Podcast number 5.
Cinco. What's the date today? The 20th of November. 2017.
Happy Thanksgiving in advance to everybody.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Leonard?
First of all,
oh boy,
who are we thanking?
No, it's what are we thankful for?
Right.
What are you thankful for? Not dying this year?
I'm just thankful that Christina Broccolini is my spiritual goddess.
Anything
That's
else?
Yes, I'm thankful for all the hardships that I overcame last year, and I hope there's many more in 2018.
This year. You hope there's more
Hardships and
that you
tragedies
can overcome. Good. All
to
right.
hurdle over.
Good. It's interesting. Like what?
Well, I guess this is a New Year's type theme, so I wait for.
No,
next
we'll wait
year.
for we'll do podcasts closer to New Year's. We can do that bullshit then. This is just what you're thankful for. It's Thanksgiving.
Right.
Anything besides hardships?
You're not thankful
That's
for
a
anything.
deep question.
Yes.
What?
I'm thankful that I was born and not aborted.
So thank your mother for that one.
Right.
Not getting the coat hanger out.
Basically.
Some people should be aborted.
I second that.
Speaking of which, how was your experience over at Jason's the other night, video gaming?
I was with 2 living abortions, actually.
I was out that night.
Jesus Christ.
I was at Brews Room in Delray Beach
Holy shit.
with a
those
couple
2?
of friends, and I was watching your live feed of it.
It's unfucking believable. Like,
What
that's
game?
why he is the way he is. She is, I mean, he what do they say? His
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
mother's son, he is just fucking, I mean, they're both quacks. Straight up fucking quacks. They should be put in fucking homes. And she encourages that shit. That's
Wait,
why he
you were
does
playing
that.
a game with them?
Yeah, on Twitch, Battlefront
What
2.
What is Twitch? Because I keep hearing about it.
It's like, it's online gaming where they sit there and they donate money. These fucks, he gets people to donate money.
I don't know a lot about it, but my friend who's an IT director said it's basically going to be overtaking YouTube at some point. If not, it's already catching up and will soon surpass YouTube in terms of popularity. And Jason's seizing on it. Hey, rightfully so. I can't hate on him.
See, I would have absolutely no use for that. I can't.
All you do is
coordinate.
it's got. I mean, it's a kind of a complicated setup actually. He's got a computer, a little camera, but you have to interact with the people. They want you to answer their questions and give them shout outs and shit. But his computer's way off to the fucking side. You can't see shit.
Well, who set that up for him? I still don't know.
I think the guy's name is John. His handle on Instagram is like Bongs3TV or some shit.
Oh yeah,
I should send
he
him
was
a friend
the one
request.
telling me to come on here. He sends me messages often.
He had to tell you to come on here?
Well, he was one of the people that encouraged me to come on here.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a lot of requests for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but
Why?
it seems like there's a lot of people out there.
Because you're a
who
fucking
aren't-
female. They're tired of hearing the fucking sausage
Yeah,
fest
I know.
over here.
There's a lot of people out there that don't like me, but
Who gives a
that's-
shit? It
that's
goes with the
perfectly
territory.
okay with
Yeah.
me, yeah.
You got more work done on your arm, huh?
I did. I got all the black filled in because I ran out of ideas, so...
You just
I
did all
said-
black?
Yeah, I kind of like, black arms matter too, so...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lenny liked that one.
Is that in reference to fisting?
Sure, why not?
So next week we're supposed to have on Synthol Mark. Mark is aware of the shit talking that's been going on about him being a virgin and all that, so he's eager to
Participate.
issue a retort.
If that is true,
Yeah.
I will pay for a hooker for him. 100%.
I'll go 50-50 on you with that.
All right. What
Done
about
deal.
you, Leonard?
Well, I think it's been tried before, but
Oh, really?
it's very
By
different.
who?
Group of the older guys at the gym.
Oh, no shit.
Did Mark know it was a hooker, or was it kind of like in the movie The Cable Guy, where
Supposed to be top of the line.
That's better, actually.
Top of the line.
where
Yeah.
the guy doesn't know it's a hooker, he thinks he's got
They
game
all
or he's getting lucky.
offered money to get to the top of the line.
Did Mark turn it down?
According to what one older gentleman said, yeah.
Oh well.
There's really no challenge in that. I guess why would you want to lose your virginity to a hooker? But
I know plenty of guys.
Well,
who
what's
have
the
done that.
alternative? Stay a virgin?
I know.
I mean, I know guys. Some of my coworkers still pay for hookers just because it's easier. Apparently.
Well, you pay them to leave, like
Right.
Bill,
Yeah,
like Bill Maher says.
and-
You pay them to leave.
yeah.
I think that was Steve Martin's line, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Or Rodney Dangerfield, one of them. I think it was Steve Martin. You're not paying for the sex. You're paying him to leave as soon as you're done.
See,
Right.
to me, it's just inconceivable because I would just never pay for any of that. You know.
Well, you don't have to. You're.
That's
a
like
woman.
I know, but
Right.
that's like a woman paying a man to stay. You know. On the opposite end of that, like if I was gonna get a male hooker and I was just like lonely, like because for male escorts, like my ex, like a few years ago, ended up becoming a male escort, and I
Just
asked
a gigolo.
and I asked him about it, and I was like, "So, do these older women like pay you for sex?" Because I was really curious. And
A lot
these
of the
women,
time, they just want to go out to dinner and shit.
Exactly, they just want company. So, I mean, there's a huge difference between men and women when it comes to that, right, Lenny?
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. He shall remain nameless.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you know who it is.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
gentleman with the tattoos.
yeah.
Well, that describes anyone Emma dates.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't exactly narrow it
I'm
down.
surprised you remembered who that was.
Yeah, because I know his so-called guy that was running it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where he's
Yeah.
at.
Why don't you get into that, Leonard? Maybe some women will pay you to spend some time with them.
I don't see why not.
Wherever sleeping or trying to sleep is about it.
Hold on. Jay Masters is texting me.
I know,
Hold
he
on a
just
second.
fucking
You just
gets
saw
all
the same
excited.
thing.
Of course, that's where you hear my phone go.
Yeah, it's this
Because the stupid group that's one thing I cannot
Make
I
fucking
sure-
fucking hate group tests.
Make
Holy
sure
shit.
Lenny knows that Dale shot that huge deer inside a fence at that was a canned hunt.
Yeah.
Where
and
Dale
he was
killed
in-
that deer.
He was
That's
he
fucked
was
up.
in his hunting pod.
That's weak.
Here, there's a lot of
Weak.
shit, Dale.
That's weak, Dale.
That's so unfair
Look.
to the deer.
He
It's
gets
weak.
he gets so fucking sensitive. He sent me pictures of all his Blackstone Lab products after he saw all the shit you got. Now read this. Look,
Brad
you
is
can read
showing-
it. Go ahead, read it out loud.
Tell Lenny over $1,600 worth of products, and I get $500 worth every month, and my sponsorship is for a year. It's not a cash sponsorship; it's a supplement sponsorship.
This is a text message from Dale for Lenny to read.
Keep reading.
You can tell them about Iron Man Labs. They want me bad. The last podcast was epic. Tell Fat Boy I don't stuff my trunks. It looked like it to me, Dale.
He said he said you're a cookie cutter for shopping at the store to buy your meat. He hunts his meat like a real man.
Yeah, with the deer inside a fence in a canned hunt. Isn't that what they call that? A canned hunt?
300 pounds. You'll never be 300 pounds, Dale. Why don't you kill it with your bare hands if you're so taken bad?
Or a fucking bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any easier that, Dale. Why don't you go on? I hear Trump's allowing some more wild game hunting. You can bring back your.
He's reconsidering that.
Yeah.
He's going to decide.
Why don't you go to
tomorrow.
Africa
That's
and
fucked up.
kill a
I
rhino,
agree.
tough guy?
What's fucked up that he's allowing
fact-
people to bring back what they kill over there? If they allow
No,
them
that
to
he's
shoot,
expanding. I don't know the specific details of it, but that he's, what is it? He's like allowing for like more game hunting of. Was it endangered species or was it?
no, like lions and shit. Right?
Isn't it bringing back the
What you
heads
could- yeah, like of a
your
lion or
your trophy kills?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they
Hunting
allow,
for
if they,
game, though, is
but if
just
they
kinda
allow you to kill that shit in the other countries, you should be allowed to bring it back. I don't
Dale, if
disagree
you
with
can
that at
kill
all.
me and take my head back
To
to North Carolina, I'll
Mount
sign a
Lenny's
liability form freeing you from any legal ramifications. How's that, Dale?
Oh God.
You can mount my head in living room.
We should take you to a taxidermist when you die.
Definitely.
Stuff you.
Big Lenny statue.
Put you in the corner of the fucking gym.
Have you ever seen these funerals that they do for people? Like, if you go online and Google image search them, you can see. For example, Google image search dead boxer wake, and there are pictures of a guy. He's dead. He's been embalmed, and he's wearing his boxing gear. He's got gloves on and a robe, and they have his dead body embalmed, propped up in a fighting stance. Then there's another guy who died, who was an avid motorcyclist. So at his funeral, they had him propped up, his corpse on a motorcycle, hunched over. Like, yeah, go look it up.
I'm looking at it
No,
right now.
they actually, it happened here in Delray, in the hood. There's one kid that got killed. That's like, they run the funeral parlor and shit. They drive the motorcycle, the motorcade. They embalmed him, they put him in the car, and then they put him the next day they put him at his desk. Right here in fucking Delray.
Weird.
People that I work with went to the funeral. They said it was fucking
That's
creepy
it.
as
So
shit.
Lenny.
So the family can keep getting his welfare check.
So Lenny, we can do that to you, but in a squat rack.
It looks like Synthol Mark.
And then there's one with a guy on a motorcycle. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you fucking imagine?
That is just so weird.
I wouldn't even want an open casket.
No.
Cremate me,
Because
that's it.
wakes are just weird.
It is.
It's
Would you want the
weird.
memory of the last memory of a loved one to be looking at their dead body? I wouldn't. I've been to open casket
Yeah,
wakes.
I
Me
have.
too.
I've been to a bunch.
No.
And it's not pleasant.
It's fucking barbaric.
Yeah.
It really is. You're sitting around staring at a fucking dead body with their mouth sewn shut. They got all this makeup on. It's
yeah.
just fucking.
Sometimes
I don't like
they'll kiss them on the lips too. You'll see.
yeah.
That's
It's
disgusting.
not how I would want to remember a loved one.
Oh man, my cousin killed himself. What was it? Shit, a little over 3 years ago. He's 29. I remember his mother was like kissing him inside the casket. It was so fucked up, man. So disturbing.
Yeah.
His little kids were there. He had a 10 and an 8-year-old.
What's the most fucked up thing you've ever seen in person, Emma?
Oh my God. Gosh.
Think
You're
back
gonna
to
have to. I'm thinking, but you're gonna have to come back to me because I have a lot of weird memories
well.
to sift through.
We got
You
got
know,
2
like,
hours, Emma.
Cocaine's
Yeah.
a hell of a drug, so I gotta
Oh
think.
yeah.
I gotta think.
But you're nice and alert when you're on that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Lenny's not too alert right now.
No, I'm not. I didn't take my Phenibut, which is a mild nootropic. I usually take 2 days off a week. In this case, I took 3. Just feel, not as mentally as sharp. Kind of real relaxed.
You're back at work now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody happy to have you back, so you can clean up the
No, they're
kitchen.
cutting hours. They don't like to see me.
Why, you're guaranteed you're 40?
No, but I don't complain. They have to step it up when I'm there because I don't talk to anybody. Of course, you really can't.
Do you work 40 hours a week?
No.
How many
Where do
hours?
you work at?
Delray Medic.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
About 34.
Don't eat the tuna salad or the chicken salad if you have to
Why?
stay the night there.
Why is that? Lenny made
They have a
it.
huge
No.
bowl. And usually a giant mixing bowl, and they'll get the huge cans and dump it in, and a whole gallon of mayonnaise or 2.
Ugh.
The Haitian lady got rubber gloves on up to her, wrists. And she mixing it together, squeezing the mixture, and it's running up into her elbows and
Ew.
such all over her forearms.
The country club I used to work at, I used to see burger patties fall on the floor, and the cooks would just pick them right back up, put them on the grill. Yeah. A restaurant, when I first moved to Delray Beach, I worked at the Sunday House. You know that on Swinton?
Yeah, I
Yep,
like that
yep,
place.
yep.
Great restaurant, but when I first started working there, it just opened up. And I was in the kitchen hanging out with some of the cooks, and a dragonfly, a big-ass dragonfly, flew into the kitchen. And one of the cooks caught it, killed it, popped its eyeballs out, and dropped its eyeballs in the big vat of the soup du jour for lunch.
Ew. Yo,
So-
people are fucked up. Like, what possesses you to do
Somebody
that?
ate
You know?
dragonfly eyeballs for lunch
Ew,
that day.
I don't
And I
even
can
want to think
imagine
about
what-
that.
The kids now do it even more, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
People are gradually getting more fucked
Because
up.
they know the rich are coming to eat, and they got to get back at them. So I would almost never go to a restaurant, especially if you had money.
I remember one of my first jobs was at a Pizza Hut, carry out delivery. I was one of the cooks, and my buddy, all my friends, we all worked there. Some of us drove, some of us cooked. when they get an order and a real cheap fuck ordered, like, take care of that pizza. All right, we rub the pepperonis on the bottom of our shoes.
Ew.
We drizzle fucking mineral oil on the pizza because it's tasteless, odorless, but it makes you shit.
Was that like
maniac.
Visine?
Yeah, but Visine, they took that chemical out, so we used mineral oil, and we tested it on one of the kids that worked there. He was doubled over. He ran into the shitter because he wanted, a little personal pizza, so we put it on there just to test it. He was in the bathroom for like 2 hours straight. We fucked him up,
sucks.
so we knew it worked.
Yeah.
So this is turning in what's the most rotten thing you've ever done.
Yeah, exactly.
I can say honestly, and I hate to say it, but the keys.
Oh yeah.
The keys?
Back when I first started
When he
going to
told me
commercial
that-
gym, I mean, my first time over 20 years ago, it was a world gym in Boynton, and I even hate to say this, but
Which one? The one on Hypoluxo?
yeah,
I worked there for 2 weeks.
you were with the legendary John Defendis.
Correct. Yes, I was.
Wow, you must have some stories.
I didn't stay long enough. I lasted 2 weeks. I couldn't take it. Ran back to my old job.
I haven't heard this keys story.
Hey, go ahead, Lenny. Sorry.
Please.
You know,
do-
everyone
do tell.
puts their keys on a key rack.
Yes.
For some reason, I had a car at the time. On my way out, I grabbed as much as I could, probably like 20 or 30 sets of keys. And I was walking by and I threw them down into the sewer.
That's fucked up.
And to this day, I can't believe why I did it. I regret it. To anybody who...
He lectured me one day when we went to the gym because I just throw my keys on top of the lockers because I'm not sitting there with that shit. He's like, Brad, don't ever do that.
Yeah, like,
Somebody will
to
take
this
your
day,
keys.
If I ever caused anybody a problem, I apologize. Not that's going to help
Why?
much.
What
Did they-
exactly possessed you to do
did they
that?
know-
Like
No
anything?
idea. No idea.
Were there
Just-
any repercussions?
Just because fuck it. That's
No.
why.
Nobody saw. Nobody knew. Right down the sewer.
You're
Except
such a
none of them
fuck.
could leave the gym because they're
Yeah,
all of
and
their
lived in
keys are fucking
chaos.
gone.
What the hell happened?
He's just like
The best
watching
would have
the
been to
chaos.
stay there and see what
Yeah.
the fuck happened.
to see what was happening.
No, you didn't even see any fucking
They look a little
results.
suspicious in their lap.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were rotten when I
I'm
was
not
young.
sure what's worse, that or when me and some fucked up friends of mine when I was 14 put a firecracker in the mouth of a sleeping homeless person, lit it,
Oh my god.
lit it and ran. And we made
That's
it.
awful.
We made it around a corner and we heard boom. To this day, I don't know.
He probably has no teeth.
Yeah,
It's fucked up.
yeah. It was on
That's more fucked up.
72nd Street and 2nd Avenue.
Yeah, you got us, man.
I won't
You're
name.
a terrible
I
person.
won't name names, but I was 13 or 14 and we did that.
See, I definitely haven't done anything like that.
We used to
Really?
just blow
Yeah,
up like
no.
frogs and shit.
Used
Oh.
to
And
give-
lizards.
Why? See, I have no.
What do you say?
like,
Used to blow
to
frogs?
do that.
Blow them up with them 80s firecrackers.
I know people who would
I-
do that. They tape them to the backs of turtles and
That's
shit.
awful. That, I would never do that.
At my advanced age, I agree with you. 14-year-old me would
Yeah.
still do it.
14-year-old
Teenage
me would not. Yeah,
teenage
I,
boys we're psychos.
Yeah.
at
yeah.
that age.
No,
We
I
just don't give
realized
a
that I had to
fuck.
deal with them, so I get it.
If that homeless person is still alive, please accept my most sincere apology.
Maybe you killed him. Like,
We may
maybe.
have.
Do you ever think of
I
that?
don't know. I sleep like a baby, Emma.
I'm sure you do.
Jesus Christ, that's a good one.
Yeah, growing up in New York City, what can I tell you?
So
Emma's,
we didn't jog your memory of anything?
come on, Emma, think. Rattle that cage.
I mean, like what I've seen. What you asked me?
What's one of the most fucked up things you've ever seen? In a crack house, in a street?
Why is the
Just-
first thing you said
Wow.
a crack house?
A meth house.
I wasn't.
bad, a
I
meth house.
never have done meth. Maybe a crack house. I saw something pretty fucked up that happened to this younger girl I was friends with. I felt really bad. It was kind of a complicated circumstance, but she ended up getting her throat cut open in front of me. That was pretty fucked up.
By who?
Some dude that she was having problems with, I guess, and I was just over there, and they started arguing, and that happened. So that was pretty fucked up.
Did she die?
No.
Oh.
No, he didn't
he
do
didn't get it
he
good
didn't
enough.
do a good job. No.
He was just
apparently.
trying to send her a message.
I
basically.
don't know. I thought he was trying to kill her. It really seemed like it.
So did he go away for attempted murder or what?
I don't know what happened to him. I don't know.
Any questions, Brad? You looking?
They're coming up.
We're browsing the comment section of what we posted on Instagram. See if it reads some of these questions out loud.
You should stream it on Twitch. Are we
I had
able
a
to
surprise
listen?
visitor when I was at work Saturday night.
Who?
My first training partner when I came to Florida that actually took me to a commercial gym. Took me to Bally's over there in Boca.
Did you say training partner or training partner?
No.
Training.
Tranny?
Yeah.
Oh, training. I thought he said
As in working
tranny
out.
partner.
Yeah.
That's what I thought he said too.
Yeah.
We finished the dinner line, and one of the Haitian girls said, "There's a guy outside who wants to see you." So I walked outside. It was dark. I'm looking, he's walking towards me. He's pretty big. And his name is Mike Terrazano. I was like, wow, I haven't seen the guy in almost 20 years. And he saw us on the podcast a month ago. He couldn't believe it was me. He said he saw the picture. He says, I know that voice. And it took him an hour. He goes, who is that guy? Because he couldn't believe the change. When he saw me, I was looking like that picture, like in the wrestling singlet, real overweight and with the hair.
So that's what, 20-something years ago, right?
Wait, you have a picture of
Yeah.
Lenny with hair?
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
though.
there's an old YouTube video of him and Andrew Calora in a powerlifting meet.
Oh.
No,
he
I'm talking about
he
when
saw
he
the
was like
videos.
19 or
he only
20
saw it,
in the
he
wrestling
saw it a few weeks ago. He was trying to find out. And then when he heard the podcast saying I still worked at a hospital, he couldn't believe it. Yeah, he lives in Deerfield.
So he drove to the Delray Medical Center just to say hi.
just because he saw me in the podcast. That's almost 20 years.
Wow.
And he says his girlfriend lives on Atlantic Avenue. And she actually looks like Christina Broccolini. She's Italian.
Of course.
And it all
Of course
comes
she
back.
does.
No, I'm
to
sorry,
Christine.
his ex-wife. That was his girlfriend at the time. Now it's his ex-wife, and she went to let him know. God, I can't believe, and he was surprised how ripped I got. And he says, I look great. He goes, I don't know if these people are making fun of. He says, I look awesome. So, it was a blast from the past. And I was trying to find the guy for years, look on whatever. Director assistants couldn't find him, but yeah, he has a business of his own now, but it was almost 20 years. He's the one that he knew Andrew Calora. Couldn't believe it, his transformation either. So
I have his phone number. We're going to get him on a phone one of these weeks.
hopefully you can get Mike on here too. He's got a lot of good stories from way back when.
Who's Mike again?
Terrazana,
Okay.
my first one.
You got his number now?
Yeah, he gave me his number.
All
But
right.
yeah, he's very good. He's very.
It's just, the call-in shit can... Oh, man. I'd rather have somebody here in person.
Oh, he can be here in person. Yeah,
Yeah, over the
definitely.
phone shit is...
He has some good stories. He was telling me, I was like, holy cow. Back when I was making butter, putting butter in my protein shakes.
Tell him to come next week or the week after
Oh,
that.
yeah, I will.
He's invited.
He's good. He'd be good on the mic.
Give him a call.
Why were you putting butter in your protein shake?
Just for calories. I just wanted to get big at the time.
Can you
So-
do like olive oil or something?
So actually,
healthier than
my
butter?
first
Eat more.
three real training partners that I've trained with extended periods of time. That's Mike Terrazano, Andrew Calora, and Mark Capolini. All three Italian guys. All three good benchers. Obviously, Andrew Calora.
That being Synthol Mark,
Right.
just for the viewers.
Yeah, we trained about 2 years together. Did our upper body and stuff.
Yeah, Mark's fucking strong.
But yeah, just from seeing the podcast, I was shocked to see this guy.
I don't think Mark even goes to LA Fitness anymore. He only goes to
Planet?
Planet, I think.
The same Planet Fitness that me and Lenny
Yeah.
go to? I've never
We're
seen him
members
there.
there too.
Yeah, I know. I just
I
never
never
see you
go,
guys.
but-
Yeah.
We go I'll go Saturday morning. That's about
Yeah.
it.
I've never seen Mark there.
Is it open
Maybe he's there
early?
different times.
You go late though, right?
I usually go after work at like 5 or 5:30.
That's gotta be
I
the
know.
worst
But
fucking
I'm
time.
not going to wake up.
You're not a
early.
morning person.
I am, but I just...
Is
I
there
don't know,
anyone
it's
there
still
who
early.
jumps rope like they
Yes,
do at LA Fitness?
there is.
Is this like a
one
new
guy.
thing now with people jumping rope in the gym? Because we're seeing it more and more at our LA Fitness.
It's good cardio. Have you ever?
Yeah,
But you don't.
Not in the
but
weight room.
Like,
it's fine. I get it, but don't do it right in the middle of the fucking weight
Yeah.
room, right next to the
Dumbbell
benches
rack?
and shit.
Come on.
Yes,
no,
right
that's
next-
stupid.
right
Go in a stretching
there.
area.
Yeah, exactly.
All that empty.
Yeah.
They just want to be seen.
Exactly.
Correct.
Or go to the
Yeah.
personal training section.
They
Get
want
the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
They want everybody to hear the sound, so they all look at them.
That couple the other day, those two fucks, they left their gym bags like right in the middle of the fucking aisle. They just take up the whole fucking.
That's why I can't do. That was at LA.
Oh yeah.
That's why I can't go there. There's no gym etiquette.
No,
at all.
it's bad. It really is. They have great equipment. They're just the people there.
It's a nice
suck.
gym, and I would go there, but yeah, I don't like any of the people that go to really any of the LA Fitnesses.
Any time of day, there's fucking douchebags.
Yep.
Late when we went late that one time. Oh my fucking god, we were ready to kill everybody in there. 4 guys working out together. How do you work out?
And they're
with
like
4
all on one
fucking,
machine,
Yeah, 4
standing
fucking
around
people.
talking.
You're right.
Around the machine, not even on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very.
And the girls that
aggravating.
go there, granted they're gorgeous, but they come
Not
some
all of them.
They come in like full makeup and their hair done. It's just like doesn't
they're
make
looking-
any sense to me. Yeah, I know what you're doing, but like, come on.
I think nighttime it's more of a hookup spot
Absolutely.
than it is to work out.
I've never been to either of our LAs at night. I've only gone in the morning. I couldn't say.
I went to the one at Gateway at like 6 one night. Holy shit! What a fucking where Lou went.
And the old world gym just still sits
I
there.
know. I'm surprised
empty.
they haven't done
torture.
anything with it.
Empty.
It's a dead plaza, and they
Yeah,
want
I
too much
know.
money for rent right there.
Yeah.
And they haven't redone that plaza. It's a fucking shithole.
It's such a shame because it was such a great gym. And we had free reign to do whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people will still message me. Why don't you do more workout videos and more gym videos? That World Gym, it was not only our gym, but it was also like our own personal TV studio.
Yeah,
It-
nobody
They didn't
gave a
give
shit.
2 fucks.
Nobody
what we did
gave
there.
a shit what we
Yeah.
did. We ran that gym. We owned that gym. It was our our sanctuary.
Even the old people that were there just laughed. They didn't even give a shit all the stuff we would scream across the gym. They
Coach
didn't
was
care.
the best manager. of the
Oh, he
gym.
was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, I mean, if we got out of hand, he would tell us, look, but we never did. It's not like he let us do everything. He ran the gym right.
The guy that owned it didn't run it right because he owed
Apparently
like
not.
$150,000.
He looked like he never worked
saw that
out
guy-
in a gym in his life.
Exactly.
I just thought of just talking about the old World Gym. So many memories come back, but one in particular that was not caught on camera. It was the first time Lenny ever snotted in a video. Do you remember you were doing the bent over rows when Nate was there, and you're like, Nate, and then when you finished your set, the T-bar rows, you shot the snot out of your nose, and we all started laughing, and then the video faded to black.
Mm.
Had I kept filming that, Brad, you were there.
Yeah, I remember.
This guy was in the weight room. None of us had ever seen him before, and you had a handful of snot.
Ew.
He's gonna
Literally.
shake Nate's hand.
No, you went up to this guy in the weight room.
yeah, I remember that, yeah.
You went, "Hi, how you doing? I'm Big Lenny," and you shook his hand.
Oh yeah.
And I ran out of the fucking gym laughing my ass off. And to this day, I wish I had filmed that. I stopped filming too soon. That was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen in that gym, man.
You are filthy.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Gross.
That's great.
Ew.
But you spitting in his face too.
I
Nasty.
enjoyed that.
Oh, you did, huh?
Was it on his face?
Absolutely.
Was it his face? you
It
spat
got
on?
in his beard. I know that. I'd probably do it again too.
He'd want you to piss in his face.
Well, was it him that wouldn't drink a cup of my
Oops,
piss,
sorry,
though?
Lenny.
Didn't I offer to do that? Pee in a cup for him?
I don't remember.
Pretty
I
sure
think he
I did.
I think he wanted a pregnant woman's piss.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
So
But
when
I
you-
did offer
so
to
when
pee
you
in a
get
cup for
when
him.
you get knocked up, he'll drink it.
I'll make sure to let you guys know
That's
when that happens.
How old are you?
I just turned 30.
Oh
Wow.
no shit, the big
Yeah.
3-0. That's very dramatic for women when
Everything's
they turn 30.
downhill from here.
No, it's
Yep.
not.
My ovaries
Bullshit.
might as well just dry up and fall out, right?
40's a new 30.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
At least that's
30,
what we
30's
tell
definitely not a new
ourselves.
20.
I don't know.
All my best years have been after the age of 30. All my best trips, all the best friends I've made, people I've met, life experiences. I love my 20s, but 30 and up's been great.
Yeah, I agree. 30, 35 and up for me. That's 4 years. Actually, the last 3 since I've fucking got a little freedom. I'll be 39 Friday.
Andrew and I were just discussing everyone's age here.
Yeah.
I want to read something to Lenny. Hold on a second. So this guy named Andy Lloyd sent me a message on Facebook, and he asked me to address you, Lenny. He wants your opinion on something. Let me click on this link. Hold on a sec.
You sure you want his opinion?
I'm just waiting for this to load.
My opinion is proved to be facts, whether or not now in the future.
Okay. School administration offers shifting excuses for cancellation. University will not comment. The University of Minnesota Morris has threatened a student radio show with cancellation after one of the hosts used the word tranny.
I heard about that.
You did?
Yes.
On air, with campus officials offering several shifting reasons for pulling the show from the airwaves. Deplorable Radio is a weekly show on KUMM. Oh, come. Very nice. Hosted by students at Brandon Albrecht and Taylor Lehman. Blah, blah, blah. The duo was notified of the cancellation 2 weeks ago after Albrecht used a controversial word on air to refer to transgender individuals. Lenny, what do you think about that?
From what I understand on the books, to use the word tranny is a federal hate crime.
No shit.
Yes, and they have
Since
the right
when?
to shut you down. That's a fact. I don't know. Probably someone during the Obama administration, all that
So
stuff was passed.
oh, please.
Yes.
So
It's a
tranny's
federal-
derogatory towards them.
Yes. And not only
What's
that,
the
But-
reason?
but-
So what
Asked a
can you
tranny?
call them? Then?
But they'll all call each other tranny. That's okay.
well, it's
Well,
just-
that goes for a lot of
Yeah,
words,
exactly.
like unspoken words that we all
Exactly.
know about, you know?
it's just, people accept it. They can take more, put more words on that list. And
Yeah,
pretty
everyone's
soon,
offended
well,
by
they
everything.
had to,
so-
they had to pick one word that they want to be offended by.
Well, there's other ones, but
What-
that's actually one of them.
What percentage of the population do transgender people make up? 0.00001%?
Right, yeah.
So why the fuck are we pandering to them? Why are we worried about which bathroom to
I don't
use?
know
If
if
you have
it's-
a dick, you use the men's room. If you have a pussy, you use the woman's room.
I don't know, but
Case
that-
closed.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
but
don't
let's
get it.
say like a man who is, I don't want to say masquerading as a woman, but a man who
Then he's either a fucking
okay.
pervert or he's mentally ill.
I would
One
if
or the
I had
other.
a daughter, if I had a daughter that I was taking into the ladies' room and a transgender man was in there, it might weird me out because. Like,
But a
if
lot
I
of the
had a
time you
kid,
can't tell.
know?
That's the thing.
Right, I know, but to
And they've
me,
been
it's
using
still
those
like,
bathrooms for years.
I know. I mean, it really doesn't bother me because it doesn't really concern me, but I'm all for everyone having equal rights, but I don't know. There's got to be a borderline between like what's acceptable and what's not, I guess.
I just don't think you start changing laws for 0.00001% of the population.
I agree, and that goes for like the military too. What were they saying that like we can't have transgender people in the military?
Well, that's
why not?
because,
Like,
that's
I don't-
because they were paying for their operation.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
That I
makes
don't
sense,
fucking agree
yeah.
with.
Correct.
Yeah, that I don't agree with either.
You are what you are.
The only
If
other
you want to
thing-
get, it's just like what.
That's
so
on
they
your
get,
time.
they should go pay for tit jobs then.
Right.
That's the
yeah,
only
why not?
operation.
For flat-chested women in the military.
That's the only
Yeah.
operation they
Yeah.
should be allowed to
Breast
have anyways.
It's a
More tits
cosmetic-
and more ass.
I mean, it's a cosmetic.
Leonard doesn't
thing.
want them to get rid of that dick.
What's the point? What's the point?
That's the surprise.
Yeah, you become a cookie cutter.
Pleasant surprise. Pleasant cock surprise. That only Lenny looks forward to.
Depends.
Depends on what.
Depends my mood when I'm taken.
Whether you want a tranny or not.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just now. I don't really want anything. But
You just want to get baby birded and kicked in the balls, right?
I would probably do both, but it's
How
not going to
about
be in a
kicking in the
sexual way at
balls?
all.
for you, but not for
For
tell
me.
the person that gets it done. But that's just going
Lenny
back to
just got intense with this.
going back to the thing. I just, and I heard the woman, the police officer. I heard the footage her coming in, shutting them down. She actually, you could hear she called one of the guys a cocksucker. That's real professional for female police officer.
Oh, you're talking about the school thing?
Yeah, she called him a cocksucker. Yeah.
Because he said tranny.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why would they
Why
call
is that offensive?
why would
I
they
guess it's like saying fag, though, to someone who's gay.
Why would they call the police?
Like, they can say it,
Somebody on campus
but
that didn't agree was
stupid.
that's an axe to grind with the
So if someone doesn't like
broadcast.
something you say, they can call the police on you
It's
now?
considered a federal hate crime.
That's
You're
so
putting that
stupid.
over there, yeah.
Really?
Federal hate
No wonder
crime.
why all the videos get demonetized.
Yeah, shit.
Because we see tranny in every one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Oh my
Well,
god!
People allow
Land
them
of
to
the
do
free,
that.
right? Yeah, exactly. Fucking media. It's all the media's fault. They sensationalize everything.
Yeah, just like everybody being accused of sexual harassment now out of the woodwork.
Yeah, okay.
Coming out of the woodwork.
Please sexually
Everybody.
harass me. Who's the fuck?
Someone needs to.
Oh yeah, that Louis C.K. Oh, he was pulling his dick out. So,
No, it's
like,
Sylvester
it's not like he was
Stallone.
forcing himself on these broads. He just pulled his dick out. Laugh and walk out of the room if you don't like it. If
I
the
know. That's
if you
kinda
whipped
like-
out your,
I mean, I wouldn't give a
If
shit,
a woman
you
whipped
know?
out her tits to you, you're gonna be like,
That's
oh,
totally different, though.
It's totally
I mean,
different. It's a double
it's the-
standard. I
it's the
know.
s- yeah.
Right, because a man is more capable of hurting you.
Yeah, well, men don't give a shit if you're naked, but we don't necessarily want to see every dick. Like, I get 8 to 12 dick pics a day on Snapchat. I don't want to see any of them.
How are they?
Unless
Any impressive pictures?
A lot of them are like micro peens, and I just
Why
don't,
would they
I
send
don't
you
know.
that
I don't know, and it's them holding it.
Are they hoping to
in
get-
between their two fingers?
Are they hoping to get
I
something
don't-
of
I
you
don't
in
know.
return?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe they like the humiliation
Well, they
type
get off on
aspect
it.
of it.
What's that?
They're getting off on it. For kids that age, I'm sure.
I mean, these
Big
are like
time.
grown men.
Oh,
Are you
really?
sure?
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yes, because I get faces with some of them.
Wow,
And,
that's
yeah, I know
ballsy.
it's bold, and like I don't care any female. I mean, every female gets dick pics. They do, and I don't want a dick pic unless I request it. Which I mean, I might, with someone that I'm with, but
It's silly anyway. If you
I
want to
just-
just see it in person, like
Yeah,
fucking send
I
a
don't-
dick, dude. You gotta be fucking
Well, those
stupid.
people that the flashers, that's like a dream come true.
Yeah, but you know what's when I was in Barcelona this summer, they're naked all over the beach.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
gives a
Yeah.
fuck.
Correct.
Nobody gives
right.
a shit.
well, the best is after
There's
I
young
get the
people,
dick pic.
old people, but
right.
Totally
and
naked.
oh yeah, and nobody looks twice except the tourists that look like, oh my god, oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Sexuality in Europe is very different than it is here in the
Yeah,
States.
it's
You
ri-
were there, I was there, you know.
It's unbelievable. And there's a lot of people that are naked that shouldn't be walking around naked.
That's
You don't
usually
wanna
how
see 'em
nude
naked.
beaches go.
Right, but
especially
there was a
down
lot of
here.
nice-looking people
Yeah, I'm sure.
naked. Believe me,
nice looking people. This is interesting. So you're talking about nice looking
Talking
men
about
and
women.
women.
women, men,
You
women.
said
yeah.
people.
He-
That's a
he
Freudian
did
slip.
say
Well, no,
he
Brad.
some dudes will
Freudian
walk,
slip.
some dudes will walk around with nothing, just a
How do
fucking
you know? You
with a
looking
bush,
there?
with a bush. Leonard, you can't help but fucking look. When you're from here and you
I
go
can.
somewhere like yes, you okay. They look like Chow. What was the guy's name from The Hangover? Chan,
Yeah.
or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing, man?
Ew.
Isn't that his name?
I think so.
Did you ever see The Hangover?
No.
Oh, you should watch
You'd
it.
probably love it.
Speaking of which, you need to watch that 30 for 30 on Ric Flair. If you ever want to watch it, I have it saved here. I watched it the other night, finally, after recording it. It's amazing. Really
Good.
good.
I'll leave you here when I leave. You can stay and watch.
Thanks,
Call you a
Brad.
cab home.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it one of these days.
Yeah, next Monday or Tuesday. Next Monday, if you want to come over during the day, I'll pick you up. It's
Okay.
amazing. Really good stuff.
Yeah,
I
it's
learned a
worth
lot of
watching.
stuff about him I never even knew. We were talking about that this morning with Brad. Sun dying.
Yeah, we'll wait for you to see it, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Emma?
I was looking at my Snapchat because some people were sending me some things. Someone said, I saw Brad talk shit on his story. Fuck him. Because I think you were talking shit about me.
I talk shit about everybody,
I know.
but I'll talk shit to your face too.
Yeah.
Who cares? And I don't mind if you talk shit back.
Of course.
That's what these idiots don't realize.
One of my over 100 phone calls I got from maniacs, I answered one today when it shot out, the cookie cutter term, to Carlos from Kingston, Jamaica.
Oh,
It's going to be coming up here to Orlando around the New Year. He's a big fan. And he actually, it's funny, he said, this is the calling from the third world shithole, Kingston, Jamaica.
Kingston is awful.
I heard
I've
it's a
been there.
shithole. I heard
But he
it's
was
a
like
shithole.
saying
It's
guys
so
training
dangerous.
outside in homemade gyms, no gear, training hard and actually killing their goats and chickens right after the workout, hunting them down, grilling them up.
Yeah, it's an intimidating place, definitely.
He said there's a lot of nice
guns,
Amazons
on
down
the street.
there.
Like it's
he can hook
nothing.
me up. Big Amazon, 6'4", in shape. I said, yeah, that's what I want for breeding purposes.
Ew.
You're shooting blanks. All the shit that you run through your body, there's no way your sperm is good.
We'll
no
see.
fucking
Take some
chance.
HCG. That may help.
I take that.
That may help.
I take the liquid. It's good for your balls. There's a guy from Australia that wanted a shout out. Omar Sarek. There's your fucking shout out. Now send us $15. You should charge for this shit like
Yeah,
Jason.
for real.
Jesus Christ. I'm curious to see what kind of shoes this guy fucking sends us. He says he's gonna send you slip-ons. Probably gonna be some like fucking old man diabetic Velcro fucking shoes.
Just send me some Air Monarchs and I'm good.
Yeah, Dale sent me the nicest pair, just a little too small, but
Still have them?
size. Oh yeah, mint condition.
Mint condition. Size 13 if anybody wants
Yeah, we had to
them.
raffle them off. Raffle them off.
They have half of Lenny's fungus in them.
Or I could send them to Lucy in Alabama.
Oh my
Mobile,
God.
Alabama.
Did she get back on?
She got back on and she got taken off, and I see the whole.
Did you get the phone number at least so we can call her?
No, I didn't think that. I thought it'd be on forever, but I see she changed the whole format of Backpage Alabama.
Well, next time you
Transgender.
do it, write
If
the
you
number
look at
down.
it now, 90% of them is just phone numbers, which I've never seen before.
No pictures?
Before they were all a brief description. Now it's on. I wonder why that happens. It's like all phone numbers now.
Thank you, Maniacs.
These trolls got power, man.
But she had a few new outfits on too in her pictures. In addition to the Best Buy shirt that said Best Butt on it. Remember that?
Classy.
In that one picture?
Well, if you're on Backpage and you're
Yeah.
not expecting class on there.
Oh, I know. I thought they like shut that down, kind of,
Yeah,
in
didn't
this
they for a
area
little bit?
because there was like 2 incidents that happened.
They
where
shut
people got
down
murdered.
the escort, but now it's just women seeking men or men seeking
Well,
women,
yeah.
which is basically escorts.
Might as well just go on Seeking Arrangements,
Correct.
.com.
Why don't you put yourself on there, Leonard?
Seeking Arrangements. Can you imagine coming across his profile? What would you say on your dating profile?
Some women might like to fucking abuse
I would
you
say-
for a night. Shit on you, do all that shit. They'd probably pay a lot of money, man.
I'm looking for a 6-foot+ tan women or a tran. And
That excludes like 80%
Oh, so
of the population
you
here.
could say tran, but not tranny. Is tran okay?
I have no idea. It's just beyond me. But I don't, I'm not going to.
Tranny is just an abbreviation.
For trans,
Yeah.
It isn't even derogatory.
Right. I
it's
don't
like
understand.
abbreviating Jew for Jewish.
Correct.
Well, they
But
just
if you
want-
say he's a Jew, it does sound kind of like not that nice. You know?
well, the slur for Jews is kike, but I mean,
Yeah, but
when
I'm
would
not-
you ever see Heeb's really? You think that's
Heeb, I've never
derogatory,
heard
Heeb?
that one.
yeah.
Is it?
Hebe? Yeah.
See,
Never
I
heard
grew up.
No.
I grew up
My
down
dad's
here.
Jewish, but-
and I grew up in Boca, so a lot of my friends were Jewish, and we all call them Heebs. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. You guys don't. I mean, there's only certain people that get offended by the name calling.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
weak-minded and
Right.
frail like
Just,
that creep out in California.
And besides, Judaism is a religion. You choose your religion. You don't choose your nationality.
Right.
That's why I don't like when people say Jews are a race. Well, Judaism is a religion. Just like
Right.
Christianity.
Just like Muslim would
Like-
be. Yeah.
Like if you ask someone, oh, what are you? Oh, I'm Jewish.
No, it's
No,
not. It's
you're
not
white.
It's
Yeah.
not an ethnicity. No. Like you can, but at the same, I mean, it's not an ethnicity, but you can, like if I say my mom's Jewish, that makes me, Jewish.
According to Jewish law, that makes you Jewish.
Like my
Correct.
dad is Jewish, but
But
I
again,
don't
that's
know.
all-
I was going to ask you, Gaib. That's Jewish.
Guy, it's German, but it's Jewish. Yeah.
Daddy issues or no?
Not really. No, I don't
Why'd you
think
go off
so.
the rails?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I'm the only one. I'm the only person in my family that had any kind of like addiction
You have any
problems.
siblings?
I do. I have a half sister who is. I think she's about to be 38. Yeah, everyone in my family is completely normal except for me. I got stuck with everything.
Oh, what's normal?
Yeah. Well, they're not drug addicts and they're not psychotic, and I am.
So
Well,
you're a psychotic drug addict.
I mean, I was.
All right.
Was.
Yeah, but if I just met you and I didn't know anything about your past, I wouldn't think you're quote unquote abnormal. You just seem like a cool chick.
I'd like to think I'm pretty cool,
Yeah.
but you know,
What was your drug of choice?
it was heroin.
Heroin.
Heroin and Ritalin. Strangely enough.
Wow. How many years?
I started using heroin when I was 14.
So that's what you used first, right into heroin.
No, I started with like weed and party drugs like ketamine and ecstasy, and then I dated a guy who was 18. I was 14, and he started selling heroin, and he showed me how to do it, and I was off to the races from there. But
Were you scared with a needle at first?
I didn't start with a needle until I was like 19.
Ah.
But I still graduated high school. I still worked the whole time. I went to college. Like, I was pretty functional for a while, but you know, obviously not for that long. Came down to Florida for a reason. So
How many years did you do it?
do heroin?
Huh?
From age 14, and then I got clean at 25.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
So you've been
11
clean now
years.
for 5 years.
almost. No,
Good.
4 years, because I had just turned 26. I just turned 26 when I got clean.
So you just got clean right after we met you then?
When did we? I
You
think
were-
I
you were
think it was like
28,
I think I was like
Like 2 or 3
27 or
a
28.
year or two clean. I think, yeah.
years. Okay. No chance of ever going back?
I mean, there's always a chance. Like, that's always kind of how it goes. But like, what they teach you in the program is to not focus on, like, oh, I can never. Like, if I was an alcoholic, like, oh, I can never drink again. They teach you to not focus on that. It's just like not drink like today, and then you're good.
Can you go out and have a glass of wine?
That would be like, well, me, I don't like drinking. I really don't. I prefer not to because I don't enjoy it whatsoever. That's kind of like if you ask an alcoholic, like, can you take some Percocet? Like, they probably could, but they might get addicted to it.
When you got clean, one thing you always hear about with addicts when they get clean is they suffer from what's called a transfer of addiction. It's where
Yeah.
they get clean off drugs, but they become addicted to something else.
Yeah,
a
like
lot of
sex, shopping,
Correct.
working
Cigarettes.
out.
relationships, another person. Did anything like that happen to you? That you can recall?
I'm kind of thankful that I was just working out. But it did get to be like a little bit of a problem because
Want me to lower the AC?
yeah,
Just
it's a little hot in here. It's always, it's
We're
been
starting to
hot.
get used to it.
Yeah. Let me think. Well, I started with an eating disorder probably when I was like age 12, and
What kind of eating disorder?
anorexia. I was never bulimic or anything like that, but I was anorexic from age 11 or 12 up until like when I came down here I was 83 pounds, and I'm
Jesus
140 now.
Christ.
How
so
tall are you?
I'm just brushing 5'2". So it was pretty bad. And then, I, of course, like anybody else, gained a bunch of weight in treatment. And I just decided to, like, do something about it instead of sitting around complaining, and being unhealthy. So
That's a good transfer of addiction, though, from
yeah,
being
absolutely.
an addict to going
Absolutely.
to the gym. It's like,
There's girls in the gym that I see now sometimes at, the gym where, like, there's something called exercise-induced anorexia, where, like, they work out, like, so much that they're burning everything that they're eating, and they're there for, like, hours, and they look gross.
yeah, that's
you
ridiculous.
know?
Like the girl at the Old World Gym, remember her?
one with the
Yeah,
tattoos?
yeah.
Yeah, she was a real
I'm friends
bitch.
with her on Facebook. Yeah,
mean the one with the
She
tattoos?
is a
Yeah.
bitch.
She's a real
We
bitch.
should bring her on.
Oh, I don't like her at all.
One day she was very talkative with me, and then the next time I saw her, I started talking to her. She's like, "I don't talk while I'm working out." I'm like, "Well, fuck you then."
Yeah, she came up to me.
But the other day you were all fucking talkative, and she's a fucking
She's
quack.
Probably in the background of some of the old Misfit videos if you guys watch.
I
remember
she
her.
was
Jay Masters
awful.
would get into it with her once in a while.
She's a bitch. I've talked to her outside of the gym also. She came up to me at the gym one time and was like, "Hey, if you ever need help with that hair of yours, let me know. I'm a hairdresser." I was like, "Yo, what is it?
That hair of yours.
Go fuck yourself. Like, I don't need any of your help. I don't even know your
name. If you ever
name."
need any help with that Tom Flats of abs, make it bigger. I'll help you. That's the equivalent.
Ugh.
Yeah, Jay Masters was puking after a set in the garbage can, rightfully so. He did a heavy set of deadlifts, and she walked up and said, "You're disgusting."
She's disgusting.
She's not entirely wrong.
She would wear that full eyeshadow. Oh,
Some guys liked it, though. There's a few that were nuts
She's
about it.
way
There were
too-
a few.
way too
Remember,
Ew,
guys come up, what do you think
gross.
about that? To hear what I'd said, not my type, and then they confess.
Some women are skinny but still have
Some
curves.
guys like it.
no, she was like a
She
ruler.
had nothing. Like an ironing board for an ass. Nothing.
Flat ass.
Yeah.
Go do some squats, you cunt.
All she did was like cardio. I mean, that's a look that you'll get if that's all you do.
Whatever.
Ugh.
She told me, "What are you staring at?"
Not you.
I don't know.
I was staring. I was like, "What the hell? She's so fucking skinny."
Ew.
Break her right in half.
Yep. And he'd probably like that.
Lenny, can you imagine if we had a camera back in 1998, 99 at the old World Gym? If YouTube was around then, an HD camera in that gym with you, Calora, Big Richard, Saul. Remember the trainer with the bear claw marks on his back?
Yeah, Brandon
Supposedly.
Wolf.
Correct. That place
Yeah, he's a
made
character.
our World Gym look like a church. There were so many whack jobs in that gym. Holy shit. The original World Gym.
Richard eyeing me up the first time I ever saw him, giving me these dirty looks across the gym. Said, "You gonna put your weights away?" Honestly, he was right.
Oh yeah.
I had no problem with it.
He was. I used to call
I
him
put
when
him
I
away.
first
I didn't
met.
argue
When
about
I
it. He
first
was
met
right.
him, I was on his side. Me and him both said something to a guy about putting his weights back, and then from there we hit.
Now,
it
if you
off.
tell me
I used
no
to call him
grunting,
I used to
I
call
wouldn't
him
have
Richard the gym police.
the weight Nazi,
Yeah.
like from Seinfeld, the soup Nazi. I never saw it.
I love that though, man. I agreed with everything he said,
Yeah.
man. He was great like that. The fuck is this cat licking the goddamn bag for? He's definitely losing his mind.
No, he's always done that ever since I got him. He likes to lick plastic. I have no idea why.
Tasty.
Kimbo.
Oh, Leonard.
We got to get Kimbo on camera. For
That's why he
everyone
gets
to
that
see him.
soft coat from the parabens and the plastic. It's very soft for 14 years
Yeah,
old.
Brad, go ahead and film him.
I'll snap this fucking fat pussy over here. She says,
Yum.
Hey, he's smiling.
Oh, he's looking.
Fat pussy that everybody wanted to see. Get out of here. That's Leonard's favorite cat, Kimbo.
Yeah. All the stray cats next door, the animal control rounded them up, took them away. There were about 5 of
Yeah,
them.
what's with all the stray cats where you live?
They're gone now. But there was a school teacher. She lives across the street. She actually had
It's one of the Haitians that cook them
a
up.
giant pig in there.
Ew.
She had a giant pig living inside the house. He came out one time. I'm like, what the hell? It's like 400 pounds.
No shit.
Yeah,
They're fucking.
living inside. Probably crapping everywhere.
What house?
Right across from me, that woman. She's she's Italian. She's a
Not
little
that kid
nutjob.
that always comes out and screams
No,
at us
to
when
the-
we're filming.
Next to his.
To the left or to the right?
To the left of his, yeah.
Okay, all right. Looks
There's
like a jungle over there.
Yeah, there's a 400-pound pig standing walking around like, what the hell?
I would
But I
have
was
like a
told-
teacup pig. Those are cute.
Yeah, this is gigantic, but I was
Little
told that
potbelly pig.
they'll gore you. They'll consense blood in your groin, and they'll charge you and cut you. Then
Are you
you'll,
talking
you'll
about a
bleed
boar?
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a boar or like a pig?
Well, I think a boar is like a male pig. But the
No,
male
there's
pig,
like a wild boar.
a male
and,
pig
like,
can have tusks, and it knows what it's doing. You'll bleed
what?
to death.
Are you sure that a
They're
male pig
dangerous.
can have tusks?
Yeah.
Like a
know.
regular,
I
like
think
a
a-
pig that lives on a farm.
Yeah, I think a
I've
boar
never
and a pig are different things.
They're different.
Yeah.
They're the
Pigs
same.
still, you ever
Like
see Silence of the... Or the second one with that guy in the wheelchair when they dumped him in, this what pigs ate him. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but I
talking
don't
about?
think any of those
No.
pigs. I know what you're talking about,
The
but I don't
second
think any of
Silence of the Lambs.
none of those pigs had.
Wasn't
like,
that called Red Dragon? It was a prequel.
There's Hannibal. There's Red Dragon. There's.
I think it was
I don't know.
Hannibal.
Yeah,
Hannibal.
I think
The guy in
Hannibal
the
was the second
wheelchair.
one. Where he's eating it, he cuts off the
Yeah.
skull cat, and he's eating his brains, and then he feeds it to the dude in the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great scene.
Let's
What
see.
is- what
Go
is-
kill
what
those
is-
pigs, Dale. They'll rip you apart. that
What is
tough guy.
caber? What's caber?
It's cabergoline. Jay Masters always talks about it. It causes you to have multiple ejaculations because when a male ejaculates, his what is the term? There's this chemicals released, so you can't ejaculate for a while.
Refractory period.
Yeah, and it reduces the refractory period. So, forgetting that I'm a little off tonight, but what is the name of that chemical? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, prolactin. Your prolactin level. Your body shoots out prolactin, so you're not able to, because it's very stressful for a man to be able to ejaculate over and over again. It takes up a lot of energy, and the nature's designed for men not to do it.
And a lot
Are
of
you talking about like
and a lot
one after another after another? Is there any like downtime in between, like a few seconds?
I'm
or-
sure there is, but you'll get a much significant increase in that.
it can take a lot of money too.
And there's another drug called bromocriptine that does that. And
Exactly.
I kind of think the pramipexole, which Dr. Tony Hughes talks about as an anti-prolactin medication. I
He
was
wants
on
to
for
come on the
contest.
podcast, actually.
He'll be at the Nationals. I think that's this week.
I don't know,
It
he's
was
in-
last
he's-
week. It
he's-
was yesterday, 2
he's
days
in,
ago.
He's in Dubai right now.
Oh.
But somebody's here. I'll show you the message. He messaged me a while ago.
Yeah, he's a
He'll
genius.
come
And
on
he has a
with-
good, straightforward approach. Highly recommend his channel to everybody.
Who is this?
Enhanced Athlete is the name of the site. Dr. Tony
Somebody
Hughes.
screenshotted that from one of his
Which one is
videos.
him, on the right or the left?
He's the one on the left.
Does he live here in town?
I don't know where
And
he
he's got
lives.
a guy
He's
on
in
it with
Dubai
him.
right
that's-
now.
That would be so menti. Oh, he's aware.
Well, no, that's his response.
He's an ex-California
okay.
lawyer that I think he has retired with so much money. Now he does this, goes all over the world.
Yeah, he's fun to follow.
He's not afraid to do
Good
anything.
shit.
Yeah. Tons of information. We could fucking pick his brain for a while.
Lifelong lifter, yeah. And his assistant, sidekick, this guy's big as Branch Warren. Very,
Yeah.
very, very big.
Yeah.
Cuts everything down. Tells you about how is it good to stay on 400 mgs a test forever. What's a good, how to use Anadrol. He recommended pre-workout, things like that. That really help you spur gains along.
And Jake tried to call me too. Should I call him back? See what he's got to say.
Sure, why not?
Jay called you.
Yeah. See if he answers.
Get him on live, right? Good.
Yeah, we'll see. What time is it? 7. He's probably got 2 in him already. 2 tall boys.
Two what's in him?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Hello.
Yeah.
What's up? We're on the podcast and you're on speaker.
I just got off the phone with my friend Dale Chance.
Oh, yeah.
Calling in. I was just on the phone with Dale Chance.
Okay, what did he say? Are you gonna go get some deer meat or what?
Dale and I are training chest tomorrow at Yukon Cornelius's gym.
Yukon Cornelius.
Nice.
That's a great name.
That's good. So you made nice with each other, huh?
Ask Dale why he kills deer in a canned hunt. Would
Yeah.
you do that?
Who's that? Is that fucking the G in the background?
Yes.
Talking?
What'd he say?
He said, ask Dale why he kills a deer in a canned hunt, right? Is that what it's called?
A canned hunt, yes.
You know, I think we could talk about that at a different time because,
Oh, you're gonna play nice now because you want some
Yeah,
you want some free meat.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
well, yeah, but when I'm in Delray, Dale's my enemy, but I'm headed to fucking Charlotte tomorrow. I'm Team Decon now. Fuck you guys. What's Andrew done for me lately?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you getting your Instagram back?
I don't know.
Did you
I
try
don't know.
Did you?
Anyway, Dale is picking me up at the truck stop. We're gonna go train at the Decon gym tomorrow.
And you're gonna do chest.
We're gonna do chest. So it's a good thing I didn't go to LA Fitness tonight and do chest.
Don't worry, you still beat Dale rep for rep, I'm sure.
Is he? Yes, that's Leonard. You want to talk to him?
Hi, Lenny.
How's that?
Emma's here too.
Yeah, no, I saw Emma's Facebook post.
Oh, Facebook.
I
don't go on Facebook.
I put the link on there.
You guys go on Facebook? Why don't you get a Snapchat? It's fun. You'll be just fine.
He probably loves
It's hard.
it.
It's hard to get kicked off of there. I've gotten some shit deleted, but not much. Only when I showed Leonard looking at some tranny porn. They reported me.
I'm
But
gonna address Prince Andrew's question about the canned hunt.
okay, go ahead.
I don't want you to address it. I don't want you to address it. I want Dale to address it. But you can.
Warren buys 2 buffalo a year with his credit card because he's a fucking cookie cutter.
Who?
You know, so Dale fucking pulled out his credit card and went and shot one with his gun. What's the fucking difference? I'd rather shoot one with my gun than be a cookie cutter like fucking Branch Warren, a little fucking dwarf faggot miniature bodybuilder that pulls out his credit card and buys a dead buffalo all
What do you
cut
mean?
up.
Branch is on the hunting channel, from what I heard.
Well, you buy dead animals in the fucking supermarket too, you asshole. What are you talking about?
I mean, it must be
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
The one,
Okay.
the Branch Warren that lives 2 doors down from you, Brad.
Yeah.
At least Dale got to go fucking hang out with some men and shoot some fucking guns. If you're gonna buy your meat, fucking go shoot it yourself.
Make sure you get some of that meat. It is fucking good.
I'll second that.
Venison.
Yes.
I like venison.
No, it's good. Especially it's fresh too. Shit.
Well,
Is he gonna-
I don't even think that deer's on its way back yet.
Oh, is he gonna cook for you too, or are you just gonna go work out?
You know, because he's got to pick me up at the truck stop, and then he's got to take me to the Decon gym, and then he's got to take me back to the truck stop.
How far is it?
Not far. 20 miles each way.
So you're not gonna get drunk tonight then?
I'm drinking a couple 40s of malt liquor.
A couple of 40s. And
What time is he picking you up?
I'm not sure, but Dale told me he gets off work at 3:30 tomorrow. So you don't know in the trucking industry. Who knows? But
What about
I'm,
what about Thanksgiving? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? You'll be on the road?
yeah,
Wow.
I'm not coming home till Friday the 22nd.
So they pay you double time?
Oh fuck no.
Oh, so you don't have a union then, huh?
No, fuck no.
That blows. Sucks for you, pal.
Unions only work when everybody is union. But that would be the Soviet Union.
What about you? Do you work on Thanksgiving? Or you're off?
Not put in the request. Mom, I don't know if she's physically able to cook, but she likes doing that on the holidays, so we'll see. But
You're going to your mother's?
my brother should just take us to the restaurant, like he always said. Take the tab. But
What restaurant?
well, we never been to one. But my mother said she's not physically able to cook anymore.
Hey, Brad,
Yes, Jay.
I want to take a moment because we bust Dale's balls beyond belief.
Yes, we do.
And they will be busted as soon as you leave North Carolina. I can't believe.
Harder than we could ever ask them to, and I want them to keep it up. But I want to take time to fucking really tell people how good of a guy Dale is. When I called him about an hour ago, and I said, Dale, I'm going to be in Charlotte. He's like, what time you going to be here? Where are you staying? You want to train? Time you want? That guy does not give a fuck about his schedule He is such a good guy. He's like, yeah, I get off work about 3:30. I'm going to train about 4:30. Well, shit, I'm not going to be there until about 6:30. Oh, I'll wait for you. I mean, I wouldn't do that for somebody. Dale is a fucking good fucking person and a good friend.
We know that. We know that. That's why we break his balls, because he can take it sometimes.
Dale's balls harder than anybody, but I'm going to be the first one to stick up for that guy. He's a good fucking guy.
You break his balls more than anybody, and you'd be the first one to lick his balls too.
I'd be the first one to lick his ass.
All right, we'll film something and post it on his shit, since you're still banned for being an asshole.
Yeah, I know. I'm bad. I'm a very bad person.
We know that. That's okay. That's why we love you. We're all sick.
I want Emma to give Lenny a couple kicks in the balls.
You should stand up.
She said
so
she
I can do
would, but
that.
he's not in the mood right now. He didn't take any of his Phenibut, so.
I'd do it.
I have a sex drive of a 3-year-old lady.
Well, that's no fun.
He said he's got a sex drive of a 3-year-old lady
3-year-old girl.
or an 80-year-old lady.
Oh, that's because he's not listening to me. He's crashing.
Phenibut crash, yes.
Yeah, tell him what you were telling us, please.
Lenny, do not crash. Do not ever go off your testosterone. You have to stay at least 200 milligrams a week, or you're going to lose so much muscle.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you should.
I'm going to stay at 4. I'm going to stay at 1 shot a week. 1 shot a week.
What was your plan, what you think he should do? Go ahead.
I think Lenny should do about 400 milligrams of testosterone a week for at least a month, with nothing else. And 400 is quite a bit. You can stay strong as fuck on 400. If you lose strength and mass on 400 mgs a test a week, you were never meant to be that big anyway. Because that's one of my philosophies. You can only be as big as you are on your cruise cycle. Who cares how big you are on your blast cycle? You know what I mean?
That's an interesting point. I never really heard that
I
before.
want to see how big you are on your cruise cycle. Because once you're our age, it's blast and cruise, blast and cruise, blast and cruise. No one really cares how big you are when you're blasting. Come talk to me when you're cruising on like 200 or 400 mgs a test a week.
Interesting.
That's what kind of man you really are. So,
Do you think you could just do that?
I intend to do it, yeah. I have that in mind now.
To just get off of everything except tests?
Yes, I have enough until the new year.
Yeah, he said
It's
that's
going to
what
be
he's gonna
1
do.
cc every Monday till the 1st of January, and then I'll be blasting. But no trend.
All right, good.
Trend's still in my system. I had a hard time this weekend. Almost passed out at the gym. Almost passed out when I saw Emmett last week doing Smith machine squats. Couldn't freaking breathe. Gasping for air and nothing comes out. Pumped to hell, though. Pumped to beyond belief. But
Not worth it.
I think he's going to take your advice, Jay. We'll see.
Definitely.
He said he is, certainly. There you go.
You can't crash.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Crashing off your testosterone is going to cause more health problems than staying on testosterone.
yes. Plus the joint pain, or I won't be able to lift.
Speak up so he can hear you.
Yeah, I can see that. When I did that last year, it hurt me bad. Plus the mental depression, it's bad enough.
All right, so there you go. You got through to him, Jay. Congratulations. Let's see if he actually does it.
Lenny,
Go ahead.
Yes.
He's listening.
Yes.
there's also another philosophy called bridging.
Yeah, what's that?
Some people blast and cruise. Some people bridge. Now, if you wanted to bridge, I couldn't even tell you this. A lot of guys bridge with like Anavar and growth hormone, or Masteron and growth hormone, or Masteron and Anavar. Those are the 3 biggest bridging compounds.
Is that included with the
Masteron,
test?
Anavar and growth hormone.
You include tests with that?
And then you come back on a blast cycle after bridging.
Did you include test with that? He asked.
No.
No.
No kidding. Huh.
Now you do like Manastron and Anavar with your HCG and your post-psychotherapy protocol.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with it.
Mine's not that sophisticated.
Yeah.
He's like the fucking early primate. He needs to just blast and cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's being pretty receptive to that. I think that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
Give your
I'm-
body
yeah.
a break too. What are you smoking or are you having trouble breathing?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I just took a piss.
Oh. You breathe heavy like that when you take a piss?
Trend.
Well, I got a football in my ass right now.
Michigan had a football in their ass Saturday.
Hey, go fuck yourself. I like the Miami Hurricanes, so don't pick on my team.
No, I know.
Yeah, so I'm going to be with Dale Chance tomorrow, so the Mets are going to be fucking epic.
All right, good. So we can watch you kissing his ass the whole time you're there. You talk shit behind his back, but not to his face, you fat pussy.
Okay.
Maybe he'll get you a medium shirt or let you borrow one of his wife's shirts like you did when you were here.
What? His wife's shirt?
Yeah, that day you were wearing your girlfriend's shirt to the gym. Remember that blue thing you were wearing?
No.
Uh-huh. What kind of malt liquor are you drinking? Mad Dog or Old English?
Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserve? How much is that?
That was my shit.
Yeah.
80%. 8.2 alcohol.
Cheap too, right?
It's disgusting, but I love
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I bet 242. Down here in Maryland, or up here in Maryland, they don't have 40 ounces. They got 42 ounces.
No shit. Nice.
Down here they don't have 40s, do
32. That's it.
That's
they don't
so
have. There's
weird.
no 40 ounces
I
down
don't
here.
get
Only
that.
32 ounce.
Yeah.
Stupid. All right, I'm gonna let you go, bro. Okay, I'm gonna let you go, bro. We'll talk tomorrow. Have fun with Dale. Send him our love, okay?
All right, later.
Goodbye, fuck.
You
So,
gonna
what
take
do you
his
think?
advice?
Well, yeah, we spoke about that, and that's in the works. I have it all set up as we speak. It's nothing complicated about it. Everything's there. Just got to. I'll probably feel a lot better. Be able to breathe again, sleep better. I know it's going to happen. I'll be sweating less.
What will you do it for 6 weeks?
Yeah, until the new year. And then I'll go on some heavy hitters, bulk up. About 3 or 4 months.
Bulk up to what?
I was just thinking the
360,
same thing.
360,
360.
What do you weigh now?
325, 330, in between there.
How tall are you?
6'2", 6'3".
Really? I thought you were taller than that.
Yeah, I like to
Since-
say I am.
It's more like 6'3", 6'4".
I wish.
Since you're willing to take advice, why don't we get you to the doctor for that gut? See if we can.
Yeah, I checked
Yeah.
up A sites on. I fit all the symptoms to a T.
Symptoms
To
of
what?
what?
The A sites, that medical
Ascites
condition.
or something?
Ascites.
Do you have a doctor? Do you have a gastro doctor or GI?
Well, I got my mother. She has a doctor there that looks at me, but I'm on a liver cleaner now, which is pretty intense. You get a good flush from that. I think it's going to significantly go down. Going off the orals, going off the GH, going off the insulin for about 6 weeks.
Your liver enzymes must be like through the roof.
Yeah, well, I'm on a liver cleaner now, but
Yeah.
they're going to be significantly better. I guarantee you in 6 weeks.
Yeah, any oral
My stomach will be
medication
down
do
quite
that.
a bit. I mean, I've done it before. But the thing is, you got to push the limits. You got to overstretch. Now, I like to get some EPO if anybody could help me out on that. The thing the endurance athletes use, I heard, to really get as big as possible. Stack.
You can't find it? You gotta. Come on.
It's not that hard to. I learned how. I don't know how to work off the internet, but I was reading on Dr. Tony's site. He's talked to an expert trainer saying, if you want to get as big as possible, this is what you take. And EPO, being that it gives you another pint more blood coming through your body, It's a nutrient-rich blood that's feeding the muscles after they're torn down that causes that massive increase in size. Simple body, when you tear down the muscle with the weight, use all the anabolic agents to increase protein synthesis. Then you open up the floodgates with the EPO and the Cialis, get that massive amount of blood feeding your muscles nonstop. That's why you have to eat a certain way every 3 hours. And I have that casein protein from my sponsor, which is good to drink before bed.
How are you liking that stuff?
I think it's great.
The product is
I
good.
get no bloating. It doesn't have that over
Casein
sugary.
protein? I like casein.
None of the overly sugary. Well, New World Nutrition.
Give you gas?
Their stuff is great.
A lot of
None.
a lot
That's
of
just
gas?
surprisingly
Wow.
none. You don't get that bloat if it were actually can put in 100 grams of protein and not having it bother me.
What kind of casein is this?
It's micellar casein. It's a pure formula from New World Nutrition. Not overly sugary if you're sick of those overpoweringly sweet proteins which kill your appetite.
You just need something before bed. You know,
Yeah, I
casein
have
is perfect for
3
that.
kinds.
Why?
Casein is more of a long-acting protein. Like the breakdown of the protein for casein protein is like longer acting.
Because you're not feeding yourself when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
You get a slow trickle of the protein breaking down into amino acids going to your muscles.
Why are you trying to gain
repairing
weight?
when you have most.
Well, I mean, I'd like to gain muscle, but I mean, I haven't really changed.
Goes
much,
back to an
but,
argument to
you
talk
know.
about. What is the correct way for women to train, in your opinion? I mean, if you the look,
Me?
people as a man,
Yeah, your
I
opinion.
like to see the curves. I don't like to see the overly muscled, overly ripped look, but I do like to see the curves, and obviously, a well-developed ass, hamstrings, and quads looks great on a woman.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the telltale sign of like steroids with women is their shoulders. Like you can always tell, because like no woman has enough testosterone to just build their upper body
The
like
broad-
so
the broad
bulky
shoulders,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I can
you can
tell.
always tell the look on women.
Also, the V taper on a woman. When you see a woman from behind and you see the lats.
Yeah, but
and
I
then
have
you see
I
that.
have
Why,
big
you
lats
can't, why
for
would
a
you want to
female.
fuck them from behind? It's like fucking a dude. Like,
Yeah. I don't know.
Overly
I don't like
ripped
those
lats, the
muscular
body
chicks.
percentage gets too low. Doesn't
Yeah,
look good.
like I think
tone
we'd
is
all-
fine, but when it gets to be muscular,
Yeah.
not for me. But
You're basically with a man. I mean, there's trannies I'm with. They're soft,
I know some
thick.
guys that like that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know
Probably
why,
like
but
dick. They probably
yeah.
But I think women are
exactly.
really way off in their training. Too much
Yeah,
time
I
on a
agree.
treadmill.
They usually do too much cardio.
Not
They're-
enough protein, just like men.
I always just tell people that, like, if they're usually not getting the results they want, they're probably not eating correctly or they're not sleeping enough.
That's good advice.
Like, I mean, it doesn't. You can do whatever you want in the gym, but I think like anybody who works out knows that like majority of it is your diet. Like you can't just eat like shit and then spend an hour on the treadmill and expect it to like
to me,
be
like shit when
okay.
you see someone pop open a bag of chips. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, well, people think that
there's no
if they're
nutritional
on
value in that shit at all.
a lot of people think that if they go on like a restricted calorie diet, then like they're gonna lose weight. Which by like thermogenics, that would be correct. But like 3 years ago, I was the same weight I am now, but it wasn't muscle, and I looked gross, like it was fat.
To be honest,
you know?
when you came back recently and you were out of the gym for a month, as you told me, I thought
Mm-hmm.
you looked great.
Well, yeah, I've gained some weight recently, but like it's good weight. But I think that when I tell people that I'm training with like how to eat, it matters where you get your calories from. You know, like, and different things work for different people. You just have to like experiment with it, and
And
that
everybody's
takes
weight,
years.
people's weight go to different places too.
Yeah,
like
that's
for
the
men, it goes to
unfortunate part.
it goes to our midsection.
I mean, for women though too. I mean, it depends on
Women,
the woman.
it's usually
though.
like everywhere you guys gain weight. Your fucking arms, your hips, your
Yeah,
stomach,
I
your
gain
ass.
it in my midsection. I don't get from my like waistline down. I don't gain any weight. It's all muscle. I wish it wasn't like that, but I mean, it all depends on your metabolic type. Because depending on your hormones and your metabolic type of your body, you're going to gain fat in different places. You know?
I understand you actually accidentally took Anadrol
Yeah.
instead of Anavar. Could you tell us what?
Well, we
that-
know somebody else that did that.
Yeah, there's the same.
Yes, we do.
The same unmentioned person who provided that escort service
Oh,
my
yes,
ex-boyfriend.
yes.
Yeah, we
Chalk
are.
another
that,
one up.
that fuckhead.
The pill, as Jay Masters called him, the Pillsbury Doughboy.
That's what he looked like.
Which is the one that women should avoid? That'll give them that
Anadrol.
fucked up voice.
Anadrol. That's the
Is
one that he
Anadrol?
accidentally gave me, and I'm so happy that I didn't have any side effects.
Four
from
things.
it. Except I had 14-inch biceps, like, which is kind of like
Yeah, that's
ridiculous
so
for
much.
me.
Testosterone, Tren, Anadrol, Dianabol, 2 androgenic. Now, me and Andrew Calora had a girl we put on Dianabol, put her sex drive through the roof. She actually looked good on it. She's a Jamaican lady.
Yeah, but what
Turned into a
side
sexual
effects?
Put her
yeah.
on Diana.
Did you know she was on it?
She do it because she's dated a bodybuilder in the past.
And
She
oral,
liked, she liked to mess around with white guys, too.
Yeah, but like the sustaining side effects of that on like a woman.
Her
is
sex
just-
drive was, literally waking me up to go out and pick up skateboarders.
skateboarders.
And do 'em, run the
What?
train on skateboarders. Yeah, literally.
I used to skateboard.
I used to skateboard too.
Little.
Middle school and high school.
We picked them up in Delray near Federal Highway, but
No, it was
she's
not
sitting.
me.
We pull up. She's sitting in the back of the car with her legs spread.
Ew.
Who wants to do me?
Wow.
And I'm like, fuck me.
Really?
And then
Yo,
they
men
were
are
nuts.
disgusting. Like
She
I
hit
swear.
one, was then
It's like
the
the
second
bang.
one.
It's like the Bang,
Bang
Bus.
Bros. Yeah, it's like Bang Bros.
You guys were running the Bang Bus.
Then they're asking us to take if we could take her to his house or Andrew's house. They wanted to do her all day and night, and she wanted it too.
Ew.
Underage.
That's fucked up.
In fact, me and Andrew are double teaming. I'm sure we'll get to that story in the podcast. And I happened to get soft, and she raked me with her fingernails.
She did what with her fingernails?
I got a little soft, because it was a long
You said
session.
she raked?
She raked my chest with her fingernails.
Because you got soft.
Yeah.
Like
She
clawed at
wanted
you,
to kill
or
me.
like?
Yeah. She wanted to kill me
Oh,
just for that.
that's
But-
pretty intense.
But
Maybe
she
you
was
shouldn't have
riding
given her
Calora.
steroids.
Calora's banging her for a good hour.
I love how you
Of
tell
course,
all
he
his
also
fucking secrets.
did somebody else. Somebody else. There are no secrets.
We can't
somebody
do
else
shit with this guy.
who
He
was a
fucking-
trainer over there was
man.
actually on the videos. I won't say any names though.
Oh, smelly.
I won't say any names.
Oh. Yeah. I know who.
We know somebody else that got given Anadrol instead of Anavar by
Yes, we
somebody
do.
else. And what did she say? It turned her like yellow. She was freaking out. She called somebody else we know and said, this asshole gave me Anadrol
Yeah.
instead of Anavar.
Uh-huh.
And then we called this asshole and he just fucking laughed.
Uh-huh.
See, guys like doing that
You have
because
to be vague on this.
they
Sorry,
know
guys.
you give a
Yeah.
girl an androgen. Guess what? She's going to be a sexual pervert, just like a man.
I was definitely It was.
What were you
I
thinking?
identified with the teenage
Let me ask you
boy
this,
at that
Emma.
point.
What were you thinking about when you were on that? What feelings did you get, physically and mentally?
Come on. Let's hear it. Leonard's nose is starting to
physically,
twitch.
I don't know. Physically, I didn't really.
Did you get an intense feeling in your private area?
My
Your,
loins were
your clitoris.
my loins were quivering with anticipation
tingling
100% of the time.
And what were you thinking about? How were you? Your
Sex
thought process?
all the time. I
there
totally,
you go. That's
I
what
totally
that's the
get,
answer you're looking for.
I totally get what it was like to be like a teenage boy. Like that's what I felt like. I had to like restrain myself.
How long did you take it for?
Like 6 weeks, I think.
Did you-
Before I figured out this is probably not what I should be taking.
Wow.
Who recommended that?
The Pillsbury Doughboy.
Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah.
They were orals.
He told me it was Anavar. Yeah.
So steroids are okay when you're in the program, even though they're like
They're
a
not
drug.
mind or mood altering. I mean, that honestly.
Bullshit.
I mean, to me,
100% they are.
It's different from person to person. Like some people say that, yeah, that's like a relapse, but like me personally, based on my experience, it's not. I don't know.
I could never when they say you can't touch anything else again the rest of your life. They say, "Oh, you can't have another drink the
That's
rest of your
why I
life."
said
Or
you don't focus on
Fuck
that.
that.
Because like I thoroughly enjoy my life sober. Like I don't
Alright,
think
well.
about, but I don't care if other people are doing it like
That's a
around
very
me.
good point, Emma. You're doing what you want to do, rather than following other people.
Yeah, I
Being
mean,
a cookie cutter. Now, some people probably want you to feel good for I could see that. But
No, but like we talked to Nate about it because he was really addicted to meth. But
Yeah,
he could,
him and I
he
have
could
talked
have a
about
drink now and be
I
fine.
could.
Or smoke weed and be fine. And
I
not
could.
jump
I
back,
mean,
not jump right back into doing meth.
but the thing is, like, how long can you sustain doing it all the time? You know, like, for some people, they, like, I have a girlfriend of mine where she was a heroin addict that I got clean with, and she just started drinking, like, here and there, and then she was like a raging alcoholic. And like if you do it every once in a while, for some people, like, that's okay, but there are some people who can't
do moderate
it,
themselves.
period.
Right.
Yeah,
That's that addictive personality.
yeah, alcohol isn't Nate's drug of choice, so chances are, like, it's not that bad for him. It's honestly, like, everyone's sobriety and recovery is, like, up to them, and it's completely dependent upon the individual, like, what they can deal with and what works for them. And, like, it's not my place to judge anyone, you know, what they do with their life. So if that works for him, then, you know, kudos.
You have no interest. That's good. Hey. I'm just saying, I could never think.
Once you see how something can, like, completely destroy your life, you don't really have an interest in it
Right,
anymore,
you think it
you know?
negatively affects your life, honestly, in any way?
No.
The expense of it, even?
No. What, drinking?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's been done for centuries, you know.
Yeah.
Like they say the country was built on alcohol and nicotine back in the 40s and
Which
50s.
do way more damage than weed. Like, I'm pro marijuana, like, all the way.
Yeah,
Completely.
100%.
I think, if anything, alcohol should be illegal, and marijuana should not be whatsoever.
It won't be.
Yeah, I
Soon.
know.
We're getting there.
Look at what the
We're a little
American
bit-
Indians did. They introduced tobacco to the colonists. And look how many white Europeans they've killed. People don't say that. They talk about Thanksgiving.
It's all about money.
That's bullshit.
As soon as the government can make money off of something, like, they're going to make it legal. Because
Look
they
at all
can...
the prescription medication.
Yeah,
I mean, what
oh,
the
it's
fuck?
terrible.
It's worse than...
It's terrible.
Well, all these kids, a lot of these kids down here went from the oxys straight to heroin because the oxys are like $80 a fucking pill. It got ridiculous.
Yeah, I
So they're
know.
like, fuck it, I'll get a $5
Well, they-
bag of heroin and
yeah.
get the same effects.
Yeah, and they used to make
gotta have the balls
OxyContin
to
that was
shoot it.
like 120 milligram oxy. They only make them as 30s anymore now, I
But
think.
they're still way too expensive.
Yeah, but
This
the
was
thing is with that,
this was the big, everybody doctor shop down here
yeah,
for years.
I used to do that back home, you know, and now
Florida was
they're
the
all
biggest
linked.
state
Yeah, I
for that
know.
shit.
Now it's.
I had a buddy that would
lot
get 100 a
more
month,
difficult.
sell them right away, $40 each, $4,000 a month, just
Yeah.
like that. One transaction.
Jesus.
Yeah.
4 G's a month. All he had to do is because he had severe back pain from car accidents, and the doctor prescribed him. Got 100 a month.
Doesn't last, though, does it?
No, well,
Fuck no.
did it for a couple of years, but hey, you fucking imagine. It's just,
He got 100 a month. You
Yeah.
said those would be gone. Like, see, if that was me, those would be gone in like less than a week.
well, he
You
did
know,
rid of them
easily.
the same day.
Yeah. Yeah.
go
No,
get 'em
I'm
and you
saying
bring
if
'em
I had
back.
them and I was doing them,
Oh yeah,
they'd be gone in a few days. Like, you fly through it.
it's crazy.
So is anyone asking any questions?
There's a
I
lot.
figure they come on with
You want me
silence
to
for...
film?
Why'd you
Through
why
some of them?
why'd you get arrested?
Why did I get arrested?
Moment
That's
of
a good.
silence for who?
No, go
That's a
ahead,
good-
Go ahead, Emma. I just want to take time out to recognize the death of Charles Manson.
Oh yeah,
shit.
right.
83
Denied
years
parole
old.
12 times sentenced to 9 life
Never actually
sentences.
killed
No,
anybody.
he had
Yeah.
everybody do it for
The
him.
government was afraid of him. And there's no proof of that. It's all hearsay.
Mastermind,
He just had crazy
master manipulator.
LSD orgies and shit,
Yeah,
and brainwashed all those fucking people.
Force anybody to do anything. He never
Oh, I
done
know,
that.
man.
Exactly.
He just found a bunch of weak-minded fucks.
Yeah.
and just
Cookie
twisted
cutters.
them around.
And he did talk about, like, I can credit for Helter Skelter, which means
race war.
yes. And that's going to happen. Whether we want it to or not, it's going to happen with the brainwashing going on.
Well, those murders, he wanted that people to think that the Black Panthers did it, right? Isn't that why they wrote like pig on the wall and blood and shit? And I don't know. There was a lot to that.
Yeah,
shit.
there's a lot of controversy around that. So someone wants to know why I got arrested.
Yes.
Right. So the last time when I was using in 2012, Well, this is the most recent arrest that I'll talk about because I've been arrested a shitload of times, but this is the
What?
This is I know, right? Big
Define
surprise.
shit.
Her and Nate,
Right.
like every week we got a fucking criminal in here now.
I know,
Richard,
yeah.
Richard with his drug use and past, and Nate, now you.
We
Let's
got
go.
Mark, who's basically up
I
for
know.
sainthood.
We're all misfits.
He's like the
So
Virgin Mary, the Virgin Mark. Grab him on, it'll be a change of pace.
Yeah, right.
I was with my fiance at the time, and we were living in an apartment, and
Where?
this is back in Michigan, in Detroit, and we were arguing about something. And at this point, I was doing the Ritalin and heroin, like, at the same time. So completely fucked out of my mind, right? And we're arguing about something, and I always used to carry, like, a knife on me. Because of where I fucking lived. All right. It was dangerous. And I was like, he started like running from me or something, or trying to walk away from me. And like, I started running after him outside in the snow. And I noticed that like cops were already there because someone had died. And they thought I was like chasing after him. So they told me to stop. And as I kneeled down, because they were drawing their guns, they thought I was holding something, chasing him. They drew their guns, and as I got onto my knees, the knife from my belt, like, because it was hooked on my belt, came off, and so they thought I was holding a knife, like chasing him. So they arrested me for attempted felonious assault with a knife, which the charges were later dropped because he didn't press charges. But my felony was for when they arrested me and put me in the back of the cop car, I kicked out the back window because I just didn't really want to be in that cop car, I guess. Which I didn't know at the time was a felony.
So if you didn't kick out that window,
I'd be scot-free.
You'd be
I would have
scot-free.
no felony on my record, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So I have malicious destruction of a police vehicle on my record, which sounds like way more badass than it actually was, but it was not cool, and I did a year for that.
Temper.
you should have
Right?
gotten your money's worth and set the damn thing on fire
I
or
know,
something.
right?
Shit.
Fuck it,
Yeah,
right?
right? You
With
probably
them,
get the
with
same
them
charge.
in it,
Yeah,
with them in it.
stolen it, driven it around.
I got out of the car. I'm lucky I didn't get arrested,
You were-
another charge for eluding and fleeing.
You were
know?
handcuffed in the back when
Yeah.
you kicked it out. That's bad.
Yeah,
Nice.
a barefoot and
Too bad
everything.
there's no dash
Barefoot?
cam.
Yeah, their windows in the back.
Barefoot
are
in the
not-
snow?
Yeah, absolutely.
You could've
You
cut
know,
your-
like I said, you're on drugs. You don't really give a shit
Could have
what's
cut a
going on.
tendon in your foot. Wow.
Yeah,
Good thing
absolutely.
we didn't know
You weren't
did.
lifting at the time? That's good leg press
No,
strength.
no, I was like 85 pounds. Like, I was disgusting.
Oh, that was the mugshot with you all busted, right? In the
Yeah,
face?
yeah. No, wait, no, that one's from like 2007, I think.
Isn't it amazing? See, don't you regret when you first got involved with this shit? You gave your first and last name right away.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I
people
was like,
would-
what the fuck, man?
Follow
Yeah,
me on
but, like-
Instagram,
Yeah,
Emma Guide.
Yeah,
You-
but
the first
people
thing
think
they
that,
do, man, is
I
dig
know,
up
I get that.
everything.
But
Yeah.
people think that like it embarrasses me, and like it doesn't. Like I don't. They're really reaching. Like they're the ones doing the work, like reaching into my past. So it seems kind of desperate.
Oh, yeah. Well, they
You
got
know?
nothing else
Yeah,
to fucking
exactly. And that reminds me, I want to talk about this like swastika picture that was out with me.
Seen it.
Posing. Yeah, of course, everyone's
do. Has
seen
that
it.
cost you employment
It
opportunities?
did. It cost. And it was much farther. It was much before like I did any filming with you guys. An employer found it when I was going to be an administrative assistant. But that picture.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know that picture. My friend Kat was having a Halloween party. Like I feel like it was like 10 years ago. Maybe not that long ago. And her dad collected World War II flags, you know, and had them up around the house. And I was drinking and we were all having a good time, and she snapped a picture of me in front of that, and like that was it. That was the story behind that picture, and people think I'm like a Nazi because of it. But I get that, but
I don't
I'm
see
definitely
the
not.
correlation. That's a artifact from a war. It's a
Yeah.
historical.
I could see how someone would think that's kind of like, you know, I mean, there's a big swastika hanging up behind me, behind my face, you know. if people knew the story, then,
Well, of
you know,
course.
yeah, exactly.
Everything's always taken out of context.
Yeah, of course.
Do you like black men?
No.
No.
Why?
Never been with, no
Never.
interest. I can find them attractive. I just, like, don't really want to have sex with them.
She doesn't want to get damaged.
That's unusual.
Tainted.
Tore up from the floor up.
What happened to your hacked Snapchat?
Oh, yeah. I don't know who did that, but...
That's pretty fucking nuts that they're able to do
That's
that, huh?
pretty... I
How
just
did it
find
happen?
that kind of weird that people are that interested in, like, what pictures I might have saved. Like,
What
there
did
was...
they do? They got in. They found your password.
I don't
or
know,
some
because
shit?
I deleted Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook from my phone for a month because I just felt like taking a break from all of it. And I guess while that happened, like, a few people that I'm close friends with sent me a message, and they were like, yo, someone is, like, on your Snapchat sending out shit. But, like, the pictures weren't, like, I don't have any naked pictures saved of me anywhere, you know? They were just pictures of me in, like, my bra, which I don't really give a shit about. Like, cool. That's, like, the best thing that they found, which was, like, nothing.
What's the weirdest sex thing that Emma has done?
Probably, like, not that weird. I don't mind sucking toes, and, like, surprisingly...
Oh, Lenny's smiling from ear to ear.
Okay, but surprisingly, a lot of guys that...
Call
I
back
don't want to
Jay.
say a lot of guys, but some of the guys that I've encountered that with, like, have never done that before. And, like, to me, it's not that weird. I'm sure I've done some weirder stuff, but that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay, that's.
I'm
good.
always
That's
up for
good.
anything,
That's good enough.
you know?
Hear that,
Yeah.
maniacs? Up for anything.
Not anything, but
You ought to send in some suggestions.
within reason.
Maybe we could film it.
They asked
I
if
don't
I would allow you to take a dump on my chest. No, I'm not a fecal freak like that.
I don't know if I could do that to someone
I know, right?
anyway.
And, you-
Like, I don't know. Not my thing.
Yeah, we talked about that. Does Emma know about Nate's meth? Emma was not on meth. She was a heroin person.
Yeah.
Are your tits fake?
No, they are real, 100%. I get asked that a lot too. I guess it makes sense.
They want to know where you got your Cialis from. What website? You don't go on websites, right? I told a guy that you don't get shit on websites. You don't have to reveal your source if it's not a website.
We're having issues at this time.
Okay. Lenny, what are your thoughts on Brad Castleberry?
Never heard of her.
Perfect. He's a fucking douchebag that lifts
He looks
fake
douchey,
weights.
yeah.
What a fucking clown.
Did you see that video where he put the weight on the scale though?
I don't watch his
yeah.
shit.
There was a
Yeah, he
football
put it on
player
a
from the
scale.
70s. Ted Hendricks from the Oakland Raiders used to have fake weights. Never lifted a weight in his life, but I don't remember when and have pictures of the media taking pictures of him doing it back in the 70s. So he's the first one to do that as far as I know. Ted Hendricks. They called him the Mad Stork.
The mad
Good
stork.
linebacker, Oakland Raider.
How do you plan on lowering your blood pressure?
Going off, decreasing the amounts of gear.
Good.
Eating garlic cloves. But if it's going to be high temporarily to get results, you got to go through with it. This sport isn't like
What's your blood
badminton
pressure
or
like right
croquet. I really don't know. I really don't care. I usually think of those values as
180 over 100.
for
Oh my
normal
God.
cookie cutters. But
That's awful.
you know what you don't know what doesn't hurt you. That helps in a lot of cases. In
I don't
life.
know about that. Like, I don't think that's what you know.
What you don't know don't hurt. There's people living with tumors that don't even know about it.
Yeah, but eventually that might kill them. Like, that will
Yeah,
kill
it's
you.
ridiculous. You know, that's fucked up. You say, like, my brother is a stubborn asshole. He hasn't been to the doctor in 15 fucking years.
He's
His
smart.
his gut looks like yours. He's not in
smart.
shape.
He's smart.
He might shit once a week. He's
Oh,
got
that's
fucking
terrible.
problems.
Shit two or
But he
three
doesn't give a
times a day.
shit. He doesn't care.
I mean,
he doesn't
that'll
give a
be
fuck
the
if he
end
dies
of, you know,
tomorrow.
that'll
he
be
doesn't
the
give a
end of
shit.
people.
It's
Well,
sad.
as if we die
That's
tomorrow
being,
or
that's
50
being
years.
fucking stubborn.
If we
Yeah.
die tomorrow or 50 years from now, the scope of eternity, they're both the same.
Okay. Andrew, when is the maddest you've ever been at Jason? Is there a particular
Yes.
incident that sticks out? I
hun-
remember this.
Brad was there. This was maybe, 3 years ago?
I thought you were going to knock him out. I was
I-
ready to catch him.
We were at the old World Gym, and I got a text message. It was this long, rambling text message. And Jason and I have a rule. Don't give out my phone number to anybody unless you have my consent first. Really easy rule to follow. So I get this long, rambling text message. Hey, you don't know me, but Jason gave me your number. And we want to make T-shirts together. It's going to be great. We have all these ideas. This was just before T-shirt gate. Remember that stupid shit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, anyway, give me a call or shoot me a text, and we'll discuss options for T-shirts. So we all, me, Brad, and Jason left the Old World Gym together. I go, Jason, let me show you this text message I just got. Who the fuck is this, and why is he texting me? Oh, listen, bro. We're gonna make money, man. I gave him your number.
You do a good Jason.
I gave him your number. We're gonna make a lot of money with this guy, bro. Listen, it's legit. It's legit. The T-shirt thing. And I just fucking saw red. Just everything turned red. The more he rambled on about it, and I almost choked him. I came real close to grabbing. But Brad, like, I almost grabbed him by the throat and just picked him up and put him up against the wall and choke slammed him. And I stopped myself. And I walked away and I drove home. And Brad was there. He saw the whole thing.
He said, if you ever give my number to anybody again, I'm going to
I said, if
fucking
you
kill
ever
you.
give my phone number out again like that without my consent, they will find you somewhere. So, and you know what? To his defense, he never gave it out again. He always asks me now. So, yeah.
Somebody will swindle him into getting all
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised I have.
I'm going to start getting a whole bunch of calls from, freaking
He doesn't have my
Cambodia.
number, so that's good.
What age did you start using PEDs?
I did a cycle of Anadrol when I was 19 back in Pittsburgh, and I actually threw the bottle out at the railroad tracks on Allegheny River Boulevard, half a bottle, and it was the old Syntex glass bottle with the red label. What happened was you get those pumps in your lower back that a lot of guys get from D-ball, Anadrol, and test, whatever. And I thought it was I don't know what, but they were so intense that I couldn't finish the bottle, and I was only taking 2 a day. I mean, I did gain a lot of strength really quick, but the funny thing is when I went off, I actually, because I was still 19, it seemed like my body kicked in, and I made my best gains after going off that. And that's what started the size. That's when I really started getting big, was after that. But honest to God, I could not take the pump. My lower back was hurting so bad I thought there was something wrong with my kidneys. And at the time they were saying how bad it was, and being somewhat of a cookie cutter at that age, I actually threw half a bottle.
When did your stomach start getting huge?
Well, actually, it was funny. Mike Terrazzano, who came and saw me, he was like, Lenny, your stomach was bigger. I said, you're right.
No fucking way.
It was bigger. Watch the video of him in Calora.
I mean, my pant
Benching.
size are way down. My belts, I had belts in there.
What's your waist?
I don't know now, but it was much, much bigger.
You don't know. You don't buy.
And he was
fucking
saying
pants?
to me, the only thing is we agreed. Your
fuck
stomach,
don't you know your waist
your
size?
stomach is harder now. That's when the muscles protrude.
You just wear everything
That's
elastic.
why it looks like
elastic.
it. But I had more
That's how
fat
I am.
around me.
I wear everything
what
elastic.
happened was, that's why I say it's overdeveloped muscle, because once I got rid of the fat,
Would you agree
it
to go?
it looks repulsive because it's so massive.
Would you agree to go get it checked out on camera? I'll film
Yes.
it. I'll go with you.
What people don't
Please make an appointment.
I don't know if anyone who's never met Lenny, if you touch
It's rock hard.
correct.
It is rock hard.
Lenny's stomach is like a brick wall. If you punch that, it's not budging.
Honest to God, every part of my body is rock hard right now except my genitals. Honest
Fair
to God,
enough.
every single
Fair
part
enough.
is rock hard except my genitals. Go figure.
Well, what would you take to get to reverse that?
What I think it is being over 300 pounds, all the blood is in my muscle.
Yeah.
And that's where sometimes it can hamper your intelligence because you may not be getting enough blood to your brain.
Oxygen.
Yes, although lifting and the diet is the best thing for your brain intelligence, when you take it to a point of extreme, believe me, there's not much. You're not functioning mentally.
What's your typical day of eating while bulking?
Simple. Start off with 100 grams of protein, either from steak or eggs. I have a half a box of cereal, usually Cheerios, shredded wheat, raisin bran. About a half a gallon of lactose-free milk. Then I'll have some type of fruit with it, either bananas, strawberries, or raisins. And vitamins. Then it's a pre-workout drink, and it's a post-workout drink. I've went into detail on the post-workout drinks. Then when I go to work, I have 4 turkey sandwiches I have in my pockets when I'm walking around the floors. I'll cut slip in my mouth.
What's on the
Slip 'em in my mouth.
Nothing.
Sandwich?
It's just
turkey
It's
and bread.
just they have packets with it. Man, I don't use it. Just turkey, whole wheat bread.
No lettuce, tomato, nothing.
Then I have a huge shake. No, I don't have time. It's in a little packet. I keep them in my pockets, and I can actually eat without people watching me. I can chew without people noticing either, which is hard to do. But so then I have a big shake during the tray assembly line. It's got 100 grams of protein, which I can't wait to. I use a New World Order. I can use 100 grams again because it's so easily to digest, and it doesn't bloat you up. It's a fantastic clean protein. I use their egg protein at that point. I'll use the isolate now, 100 grams after the workout. Then that shake I drink at work has the egg protein, and I'll mix that with 2 cups of oatmeal. Then after that, I have a meal at work, usually a pound of either chicken, turkey, or beef, and usually I'll have some potatoes or rice, and I'll have some more fruit, and I'll actually have, especially when I'm doing insulin bulking, I might have a piece of cake or some cookies for the sugar and the calories, plus more we have lactose-free milk there.
Jesus.
Then at night, I'll usually stay at work and have basically another meal like that, minus the cookies or the cake, and a little less on the carbs.
How many grams of protein?
I try to take in 600 grams minimum.
That's
So
way
double
too
your body-
much.
double your body
that's
weight?
too
2
much
grams of
for your
protein
body
per
weight?
pound of body when you're trying to gain.
I thought they should just drink or take your body weight in grams. Of protein
It's
a day.
usually like I think. Well, I know
Like if
for
you weigh 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein.
for
you wanna get
endurance
big, you gotta-
athletes, it's 0.8
you gotta put
to
it up.
1.2 grams. But
Some people
it
talk about
shouldn't- it
lean
shouldn't
body
be-
weight.
It shouldn't be more than like 1.5 grams of protein per.
I'm actually
pound
going to take it
body
up to
weight.
1,000 grams. I've done that
That's
before.
so bad for your kidneys, though.
Well, I mean, drinking 5 gallons of water a day.
Yeah, but still, because that filters out the protein. I don't know. Just be
How long have you
careful.
been taking Phenibut?
I've been taking it off and on I would say almost 7 years, but in
Jesus.
2010 and
What is
2011,
that for?
when I first started using it,
Pre-workout.
I was taking a scoop with every meal, a teaspoon. And then I was literally
And what's the recommended dosage for that shit?
there was little scoops in there. My thing on Phenibut is this. You use a small scooper in there, it'll make you sleep good.
Is that like a?
It's a nootropic. It's
You can get it like at the
It does
store.
both. Yeah.
They're trying to ban
Not
it,
for-
but
not for much
developed
longer,
by
though.
the Russian cosmonauts to relieve anxiety when you're in space for 3 months, and so people can get along with your
Did you say
coworkers.
cosmonauts?
Russian cosmonauts. Yes, but my protocol now
But
is
it's
to
a
do a
pre-workout?
teaspoon. No, it's just a. I'll tell you what it does. When I wake up, I take a. Like, say I wake up 3 times to pee, like clockwork.
Yeah.
First time I wake up, I'll throw
So do you-
I'll throw
do you
GABA.
even-
I'll
do you
take
even-
GABA, GABA. That's a
Do you
neurotransmitter.
even get out of bed or you just piss on the floor?
No, I got to get out of bed, unfortunately.
Okay.
So might as well just get up.
What
and
is the
We should have a jug next to your bed.
what is
Just
the
piss on it.
used to.
intended effect of Phenibut?
Phenibut has many effects. It does. It makes you turned on, horny. Makes you more social.
Is it supposed to be like a fat burner, like a
No,
what?
no, not at
okay,
all.
what?
It causes the release of dopamine and serotonin,
Okay.
but in a steady way. It also releases growth hormone. It used for anxiety. I mean, you can go into a situation. No, not a
So
care in
can
the
you
world.
can you take it at night?
You can, but to me, if you take too much,
Or will it keep
you
you
get
awake?
too much dopamine. That will keep you
Yeah.
awake. If you take a small amount, or like me when I'm weaning off, when it's weaning out of my system, you can literally sleep all day.
Well, because an excess of dopamine in the brain is like when a person is schizophrenic, that's an excess of dopamine in
Yeah.
your system.
But you got to take 2 days off a week minimum. It doesn't work.
I'll have to look into that because that sounds interesting.
It's good, it's very good for sports performance. I mean, I don't know about because I don't drive a car, but you got to play around with the dosage. But to me, it's some days it's just gold and everything works. You have perfect days, your agility, your coordination. It's like literally you can move, and your body's just so in tune with everything else. But when the day's off, when I'm at work on the weekends, I'm miserable. I'm like stumbling over shit, dropping shit. You just don't have it. And with that,
Well, because if your dopamine is lowered, that's they're going to throw off your coordination. Because people with Parkinson's don't have enough
yes,
dopamine.
exactly.
So.
That's exactly what happens. It's hard to train on. I like to train on it when I'm not on it either, but I really prefer to train it. But then again, the negatives are reduces your perception of time. You become late. Screws off your, you don't care. you know, it can be bad in that regard.
What you got there, Brad?
Ask Emma, would she fuck Jason, Lenny, or Big Richard? Gun to your head.
Gun to my head?
I know who she's picking.
Not Jason. I think that's like a
Why, he's a
given.
virgin. He's
I don't know. Richard kind of sounds like a ladies' man a little bit. I don't know.
Say it, Emma.
I'm not making any decisions, but I feel like Lenny is more of like a brotherly sort of figure to me, and I don't really know Richard.
Yeah.
Big Richard for the win.
Big
boy,
dick.
Big Richard. Yeah, they want to know between Isabella, Cornelius's wife, and Carla Dunlap. Which one would you fuck?
Again, I'm not into fucking.
Oh my God.
If you had to though.
Fucking is, I say, for my wife or my kid. There's so many other things you can do. You know, I just don't like the idea of, you know, fucking unless someone is married to, married to. I just don't like that.
What?
I don't.
You know, you'll get pictures.
I
like that.
can't get it up.
Fuck that is.
Look at the ceiling, look at the floor, look at the countertop. Oh. Nice. Nice.
Although Carla Dunlap, I would like her to torture me.
So Carla Dunlap is your choice.
I used to masterbate to Carla Dunlap
There
in
you
Flex
go.
magazine.
There's your answer,
And
guys.
Muscle Fitness when I was a teenager, quite a bit. Dropped many a load.
Oh.
Although Cornelius' wife, hey, what can I say? Very sexy, very hot. You know, same thing goes for her. But fucking is just not what I prefer doing.
Well, your preferred active sexual.
It's not.
You know. Right.
Unless
you
I
just
was
said it would
married
be
to her.
you
and I
being
wanted to have
tortured.
honestly, I just can't. I never could do it. And even girls would tell me, how come you don't fuck me? Boring.
Oh my God, man. But masturbate, you'd rather masturbate than fuck?
I can't really masturbate on trend.
No, but you said
In
you
Phenibut,
masturbate to Carla
My
Dunlap, but you wouldn't
masturbation,
fuck her.
when you're on Phenibut, you can't come. So it's like, you'll do it, and then it's like you're either going to die, you're feeling a fucking heart attack. So you can't come anyway.
That's awful, man.
Very, extremely difficult.
You gotta get off that. You gotta get off that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm back to having wet dreams. That's pretty bad. And when I look at porn at work, which I admit I do because I have full access, one of the only places it does, I'm not masturbating to it.
So what's the point of looking at it?
Trying to get turned on. And when I'm on Phenibut, I look at it.
You try to get turned on at work.
Last night,
To
I
do
watched
what,
the
though?
football game.
Have you ever
Then-
jerked off at work?
Yeah, in front of a couple girls years ago.
You know, the
In front
usual.
of some Haitians and stuff.
Some
I've done that in
patience.
high school. I remember
A
I told you that
a
story.
dying old woman.
Girls used to, we go behind the stairs at high school.
Like Kill Bill. Remember Kill Bill?
Yeah.
That was sick, man.
But I look at, enhanced muscle. I like that site to look at. It's very educational.
Educational.
I look at myself as a scientist now when I go to the gym with the protocol. When I was younger, I liked going there, going crazy, but it's not. It's science. And I keep all the data in my head. You know, I use my limited range of motion on certain things to the best that I can, but I just make sure I have a crushed muscle. I can feel the tension on it and full of blood. And to tell you the truth, I'm glad Andrew has that Cialis of mine because when I added that to the mix, I think that would have put me over. I mean, I honestly got, like Emma said, was talking
Emma
about
just
my
got a little
breathing.
uncomfortable.
When I
I
come
cross
in,
my legs the other way.
I come into work right from the gym, right from riding my bike. And every time I walk down the hall, nurses can hear me breathing. Are you all right? Are you all? I got to explain
Leonard,
every single day.
You got to try the douche flute, Leonard.
What's a douche
He's
flute?
gonna die. He's gonna die coughing.
Is there anything good in that? Look at that.
Absolutely, it's
fucking
cookie
thing.
butter, and it says douche on it. It's emblazoned on it. Here, you want to try?
I better not try right now.
You might like it.
What if I was on Phenibut?
No, it's just plain fucking oil. It's not even
like
anything.
flavored oil. It tastes like cookie butter.
I'll pass.
You're no fun.
Why don't you blow some of that smoke in your ass?
Again,
Hey, you want to smell
Te-
it?
te-
no
tell,
fan of butt.
tell him it's anabolic. He'll try.
You know what, Em? I
Exactly.
can't. That smells like cookies.
It's cookie butter.
But
That's a
I
flavor.
can't turn, because of accent, I can't turn my head. I noticed that to the left or the right to look at somebody. I can't do it. That's a fact.
Traps are in the way.
That too,
No,
but
he got fucked up from that accident.
yeah, I noticed after that, yeah.
So what are your goals now, Emma?
I don't know. Pretty much just make my butt bigger. That's about it.
How are you going to do that?
Any advice, Lenny?
I don't know.
How could
You
you
know,
make her ass
I
bigger?
don't. I probably don't eat enough to do that because, like, I don't know. It's gotten 2 inches bigger over the last year, though. So
You measure it?
yeah, that's the only way you can tell progress is if like by measurements. You can't really go by the scale, you know.
By pictures, the mirror?
Yeah, but like I don't know. I
I
look
seen a lot
different
of
in
guys
certain
at Planet
pictures.
Fitness looking at you last week.
I don't notice that at all.
I do.
Yeah, people tell me that like they notice it, but I don't. Maybe I'm not paying attention. I don't know.
You don't catch them looking.
I think the thing is that like because no one ever approaches me, I just think that like no
You're
one's-
kidding.
No one.
If I see a
Guys
girl
do
that
not
if I see a girl
approach
that turns me on sexually in a gym, I approach her.
These are
Yeah, we
these
know you
dudes
do
are a
that.
bunch of
We know.
pussies though. They don't like. I don't.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna go up and approach anyone. Like
Yeah.
that's just how it is.
Do you want to be approached in the gym, or are you just
Yeah,
there to
why
work
not?
out? You don't mind?
Unbelievable.
No,
They
but
don't-
the only
people don't even
people
have the
that-
balls to do
The
it.
people that approach me are always creeps. It's like the one dude that follows me around from like whatever area I'm in, and he's, you know, doesn't
What's-
know what the fuck he's doing.
What's the worst pickup line that you've gotten?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think.
The worst and the best.
I'm trying to think. I haven't had too many pickup lines really used on me. Oh, someone said that this is the best one. Someone walked up to me and said, "Did you just fart?" And I said, "I said no. Why?" And he goes, "'Cause you blew me away." I thought that's a good one. I'd never heard that one before.
That's kind of funny, though.
That's a good one, right? The worst
That's
one.
pretty ballsy. Did you
The worst.
fart? Those girls
Yeah.
would fucking slap them.
No, it doesn't bother me. I don't know the worst one I've heard. I don't know. They're all pretty bad. Like if you have to use a pickup line, like it's pretty bad. And I've been on Tinder and all kinds of shit, and like the things people come up with to say, like all you have to say is like hey or like hi, like be normal. Don't try and be like witty and all this other shit because it never works out right.
I use my classic, and I've used on many girls. I'll come up and say, "My God, you're the hottest woman I've ever come in this gym. Probably ever in any gym I've ever been in. I've been around."
I've been to every gym.
And so every time when I look at you, I get this feeling I never had before. Like I get hit by
Yeah.
a bolt of lightning.
That would never work on me. I'd be
And
like, please
out
go
comes
fuck
the rape
yourself,
whistle.
right?
All of a sudden, your eyes are fucking burning.
I can't remember a time a girl ever
You ever
turned
been
me in for
maced?
that. Pardon me?
You ever been maced?
I've been
Yeah.
maced. That shit sucks.
Yeah. Why? For both of you.
And my
Why?
mother's, because her came home from work. It's when she was living on Sun Valley out there in Boynton. And I had a car at the time, and my mother had a boyfriend. She was going to some Parents Without Partners meeting, and she had a whole dinner laid out for him and stuff. Like almost all the food was gone. I says, "Where's my food?" And her boyfriend sat at the end of the table. He's like a white collar type guy, kind of chubby, middle aged. This is early '90s. He says, "Why don't you get your own, big boy?" I said, "What'd you say to me?" He says, "You heard what I said." Sitting in the chair, went right up, boom, busted him right out of the chair. He goes flying back. "Call the cops." Runs out of the house. I'm chasing his car's parked, and I'm chasing him down the street. There's families. That's a neighborhood where everybody's out.
Yeah, I
Kids
know where
run
Sundown is.
screaming and chasing. "I'm gonna kill you, fuck!" So my mom called the sheriff's department. He's at the end of the street. I was like, "Fuck him!" I walked back. I went in my room, and I figured they're gonna come in. So I put all the dresser in front of the door in my room, two of them, and they're banging open the door. She goes, "We want to talk to you. This is the sheriff's department." I says, no, I'm not opening nothing. Like trying to push it. I said, you ain't going to get in here. So like, open the door. We want to work this. I said, I figure, okay. So I came out. And they go, let's go outside. So I walked outside with them. And they're standing out front. And he's like, put your hands behind your back. I said, no. I said, for what? And he said, for physically assaulting. And he's standing there with the cops. I got like a pussy. And his blood coming back of his head because his head hit the wall. It's like he's real tough. I'm looking at this guy the whole time. I even look at the cops. And they're like, and then pretty soon there's 2 more cars come up. And there's like 15 cops. And I'm going to encircling me right in the front yard. And they're like, oh, put your hands behind your back, get on the ground. I said, make me. I said, you better get some more than that. So then this one clown, dorky cop with glasses, I remember he's had one of those billy clubs. They all had their clubs out. And he looks at me, he's like laughing because he knew. And I actually thought at the time I was so stupid that I was going to beat them all up or whatever. And they came towards me. And I'm going back, but then I started running towards them, and they're like getting back like that with the clubs. I mean, 20 of them. Then you have sergeants and stuff. Everybody's watching, neighbors. I remember people with their hands crossed looking at me. So when they got close, they're spraying me at all angles. And I was just so pissed. Then they hit me with the clubs. I got one to the left, one to the right of my shin. As hard as you can, smash me right on the shin with
Yeah,
a
that'll
club.
get you down.
Put me down, and they'll jump on top of me. I'm punching them, trying to gouge eyes out, whatever. And I could still see it at the time. My eyes were burning like crazy. They put me behind my back and hog-tied me, tied up my legs behind my back. I was about 300 at the time, natural.
How many did it take to pick you up?
Like 6. Then they finally said that because they put me in the back of the car. And I remember that guy still looking at me. His name's Gary Greenberg.
Like a high school bully.
No, he was like the middle-aged businessman type.
He should tell the morgue story.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, they take me to, I'm kicking the cop car window. While I'm hogtied, a sergeant, an older guy comes up. He goes, we're not afraid of you. He goes, what makes you think that we'd be afraid of you? And I'm like sitting there. I didn't see that. I was so fucking pissed. So then they took me to South County, gave me a shot, and then untied me and stuff. And you could tell the...
What do you mean gave you a shot?
Probably Thorazine.
That's what was horrible. Feel I could Thorazine 2 or 3 times in my life. I tell you what, you feel like you want to die. I don't know what
it
the
has
hell.
a different effect on everyone.
My
Usually,
God. Made you feel like horrible, like you want to die. I don't know.
It'll like incapacitate you.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
it
It'll,
takes the fight out of you.
Sometimes it'll dope you up.
I can't
Sometimes
describe
it just
it.
puts you out.
It made me feel horrible, but that was the end of that. And I ended up breaking out of South County. I kicked the door down.
Breaking out.
Came back home. Sheriff's waiting for me again. I had a guy from work
You
in South
broke out
County across from the hospital.
Said fuck this and kicked
I just
out
kicked
the door.
down the door.
Oh, the mental hospital?
Yeah, the
Oh,
chief
Can you
So-
imagine?
Fair Oaks,
Can you
yeah, I
imagine
know
Lenny
that.
just
They
like
did it
kicking
again,
the
and-
door and running out of South County?
They
So
did
they
it
didn't take
again.
you to jail. They took you to the mental.
Yeah, and then they took me to Fair Oaks, which is the more higher
Fair Oaks,
class.
yeah.
And I
Baker
actually,
accident.
enjoyed it myself there. So
You enjoyed yourself.
then I thought to myself, what a bunch of BS. And
So
medical
he never pressed
establishments.
charges on you?
Nothing he could do.
That's like a bitch move if he did, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an idiot.
So why did you
Coward.
get maced?
By the cops. I don't remember the exact scenario. I mean, probably the same way I got tased. I was
Pussies.
running away from him.
85-pound girl had to get maced.
Yeah, I know.
Like, are you fucking
They
kidding me?
hogtied me too. They handcuffed my hands and then my ankles and then behind my back my hands to my ankles.
Word
Well,
of advice.
you did kick out a window.
Yeah,
Once.
this was a separate time
I didn't
before
even
that.
kick out the window. Word of advice, maniacs. Steer clear of law enforcement.
Yeah,
Don't
no
get involved
shit.
in any way. Don't give them
shit.
lip. Don't give them more than they need to hear.
Yes,
And
sir.
don't
no,
joke
sir.
around with
That's
them.
the truth.
Get away
Yeah.
Like
from them.
like you're talking to a
Because they'll
judge.
do nothing
Yes, that's
The
right.
minute
but
you
find something.
Yeah. The
to
minute
screw
you
with
disrespect them or show any kind of, you're fucked.
And their egos are, for the most part, this is for the most part now, very weak. I mean, there's some great cops out there, I tell you what, that bent over backwards for me.
Oh yeah.
But the majority of them, I mean, me getting pulled over and hearing the garbage that comes out of their mouth, even for not having a light on my bike,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
beyond me.
It's a what what is it they call it? It's like a power
trip.
A Napoleon
Yeah,
complex.
A lot of those guys, I don't know about a lot, but there's quite a few, I'm sure, that were, picked on when they were younger.
That's the same for like correctional officers,
Yeah.
the way they treat inmates. It's
I
terrible.
think anyone who becomes a corrections officer has to have a fucking screw loose.
Yeah.
Who the hell would want?
My buddy Joe's
Yeah.
the corrections
Oh, yeah.
officer.
I mean, a friend of mine used to be a corrections officer, and now he's a chef. Actually, Chef Brian, you guys who are watching or listening to this,
People were asking
well,
about that
yeah,
guy.
That's the Ohio State fan. That's son.
No, Chef Brian did a few workout videos with me and Jason years ago. And before he became a chef, he was a CO in Arizona, and he's had shit thrown at him. He's got some of the most horrible stories from when he was a CO. Just really awful stuff. And things he's done to prisoners and things that
They're
have been done to him.
terrible.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I
My
don't know
buddy-
why
my
Corrections
buddy-
anyone
officers
would
are
want to do
terrible
that,
to
man.
people.
Yeah, my
No
buddy's
offense.
there. He's in jail 8 hours a fucking day, and he's like,
He's in jail too.
yeah, exactly. He's like,
Look
when
at the
he's
videos
like,
of
when
when
I
they
tell
get
you they're
overpowered.
animals,
Right.
they're
Yeah.
fucking animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anybody, I mean, I hate to sound liberal here, but you get locked up like that, you're going to get pissed off.
Yeah, you go
I know I
crazy.
will be.
Yeah, you go crazy.
Yeah, I
Fucking-
spend for kicking
If you're
out
not
the
crazy,
window,
you will be crazy.
Somebody acts cocky or whatever, just like in the gym. You see these Jungle Bunny trainers they used to have acting cocky at a gym while I'm training? I wanted to rip their heads off. Talking to the white girl, feeling her up under the guise of personal training. I've seen it so many times.
Yeah, I won't mention any names, but Brad and I have seen it too. Brad knows who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Lenny's favorite person.
Yeah. I'm giving you.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Just stands there on his fucking phone. Not even.
To think that some of these personal trainers get upwards of $75 or $80
He gets
an
more
hour
than that.
to literally stand there and count reps while they look at their cell phone. Okay, let's move to the next. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
good job.
Good. While they're standing there, probably taking selfies or whatever on their phones. There's no passion or
So
heart in doing what they do.
self-absorbed.
They're just making money off
If you,
idiots.
If you can read, you can be your own fucking personal trainer.
Yeah. Although getting my certification, I did learn a shitload more than I already knew.
Oh, so you're gonna be a personal
No,
trainer?
I mean I'm already certified. There's just no money in it down here unless
No,
you're
it's
big time.
Did
There
you-
used to be.
How did you
Yeah.
become certified? Online, or did you actually take a class?
Well, in college I studied 2 things. I minored in exercise science, and then I majored in criminology, and then yeah, go figure, right? And then I did the NASM program down here, and it just I did it online in 9 weeks, and
Yeah, I was talking to that one trainer that competes. He's saying, LA Fitness.
yo,
It's
I
tou-
tried.
it's
I
tough to
tried
make
to. I
money.
tried to work at LA Fitness. They were going to give me $8 an hour to train people.
LA
they
Fitness
charge,
will be gone in 5
$150?
years, just like the rest of the gyms.
You think so? Nah.
There'll be a new name, a new thing. Planet Fitness is obviously blowing them away from what I heard, blowing them out of the woodwork. Yes,
I
they
don't
are.
know. LA
Check
Fitness
the
has better
facts.
equipment.
They do, but
They
Planet's
do, but
blown
the
away,
price-
which is sad. You know what happened to the old
They'll
golds
just
in the
bring
world?
down their prices.
Yeah.
They'll have no choice.
Yeah. It's a good bargaining tool.
The best was 10 years ago. We had Golds, which was our old, where the Misfits videos were made. That was, and then we
It
had
was
Worlds
Golds in it, yeah.
across the street.
Yeah.
And actually, Andrew Calora snuck me in there for 4 months. That's where the first time I met Synthol Mark. I had it made. Everything over there.
Yeah, those gyms were great.
Girls.
They really were.
The old World Gym where we first met in 1998.
Yes.
To this day, I say that's the best gym I ever trained in.
That was great
You agree?
lighting. Great lighting, yeah.
Which is
Definitely.
actually now Planet Fitness. It's the exact same gym,
Yeah, but-
just
Yeah.
totally,
Totally.
obviously different.
Yeah, I used to go to that.
So
I
ironic.
only went to that one once, but I went to the World Gym out where Busybody is now. That used to be Jim
Correct.
Willard's, yeah.
Jim Willard's.
And then they had a Gold's at the end of fucking Palmetto. But
I'd
they
kill
all
for another World Golds or Powerhouse right in our old
Busybody
gym.
should buy that fucking
I
old
know
World
they
Gym right
should.
there because they only have 3 locations.
I
They got
know.
one in Palm Beach, 2 in Boca. They should put.
There's
Yeah,
little shit garage gyms opening up 24/7, like one in Congress. I saw a flyer down the Congress.
But
in
aren't
Boca.
those-
What, like the
CrossFit?
industrial, like
Yeah.
where the
Wait, Congress and what?
There's a flyer. at
Is it in
GNC.
Boca?
Yes, close to Delray.
Is it in a? Oh, Close to
But
Delray.
supposedly it's really well
Like a
equipped.
warehouse
Yeah.
almost.
But it's 24/7.
They have one like
365
that
days
up
a year.
on Gateway.
You get a key.
Oh.
And obviously there's cameras inside and such, but
There's a new.
Oh, I know where you're talking about. My friend Russell goes there.
he likes it.
Yeah, well, he said it's like a musclehead gym. They don't have, like,
Shit.
like a bunch of equipment.
Well, there's one like that on Gateway
I
called
don't think they give a
Barbells or
damn
something.
about us ever filming there, but it's still too far from me. Well, it's actually closer than.
Yeah, that's the problem with you. Is you
Well, I got some weights now. I got no excuses.
You got to get a new bench though. That bench is
Brad,
terrible.
when are you going to do chess with me on a regular basis?
Let me know when you want.
We were doing good for a point till the free weights hurt me. But
I
gotta
did.
get
I
back
did
on.
chest this morning. Pretty.
I like
good,
to start
too.
doing incline dumbbell presses where we can hang each other the way. Those are a good movement.
We'll do that.
Yeah, get away from that throwing weight around, Brad.
Yeah.
Just work the muscle. The strength will come.
Well, isolate this. If you want size, it's isolation exercise, is not compound.
What?
I know, right? Shocking.
Who
Yeah,
said
I have
that?
to go. I have to go light for at least another month.
Yeah.
But from
There's
last
nothing
week
wrong
to
with
this week-
doing lightweight because, I mean, like, it's
You
better.
got to use as
better
heavy as you
form,
can
and
between
you
a
can
certain
do
amount of
more.
rep range.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you're going for, endurance, it's like, well, if you're going for hypertrophy, like muscle size, it's like 8 to 12.
Right,
If you're going
absolutely.
for strength, that's like 1
4
to
to 6.
5.
But if
Yeah,
you're doing
or 4 to
endurance,
6.
go do a Stairmaster or Versa climber. I don't think weights.
If it's for endurance,
Only thing I
you're
can think of
going
is high
over
rep
12
squats,
reps.
high rep power cleans. Other than that, go do a Versa climber, which is actually better than a Stairmaster because you're climbing
Yeah.
with your hands. I heard that's the best thing for endurance. And you're using your legs like a Stairmaster.
I was telling
but you're
Andrew
using
that was on the Stairmaster the other day. That kicked my ass, man.
I can't do the
haven't done-
Stairmaster. It gives me like sciatica pain.
I'd say one of the best things you can do for endurance is swimming. There's no
Yeah.
impact
Yeah,
on your
absolutely.
joints.
Yeah.
All your muscles work in unity and harmony. At
I
the
would
same
never
time.
go in a fucking
Carla
gym
Dunlap.
swimming pool.
Carla
though.
Dunlap was a synchronized
Shit is in
swimmer.
those pools.
Swim in the ocean.
Carla Dunlap was a synchronized swimmer. So for a black lady to have a swimming background, can't wait to talk to her.
You should see what she does in the gym now. It's like all stretching, very
Maybe
little
she
weights.
can put something up,
Very flexible.
have her stretch up on the table here.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I
Well,
guess
it's a glass table. You can lay underneath it.
Ah,
Yeah.
You got a nice view.
wow.
He's thinking about it.
I'm addicted to tans, Emma.
Tans,
He likes
And I
black
think
women.
darkies.
it's my
Yes.
first one. I got
Nothing
downtown
wrong with that.
Pittsburgh, and I found magazines at Riverside Park in Oakmont when I was 9 years old, all
But-
black women.
Isn't that funny? There used to be magazines in like the woods and parks. And
Yes.
That's weird.
shit. That's where that's where kids
Yeah,
would
I
hide
know-
them,
I mean, I
'cause
know
parents
that,
wouldn't go
but-
in the woods. So
I wouldn't want to touch that magazine. Though. Like, ew.
I used to look at my dad's. He used to have a stash of Playboys under the bed.
I feel like every dad
Yeah,
did
it's
that.
fucking great.
Remember the excitement of finding it? That's
Oh
like-
yeah, it was awesome.
The feelings you get? You
But
don't
we'd
get
have
that
to.
again.
We always made sure to put it back right the way it was.
He puts a hair like over the magazine. Like, I know you went on my magazines.
Of course, honest to God, I looked at Carla Dunlap and Flex and did it.
Didn't you say you found that picture of her he was
Somebody
talking about?
found it and messaged me.
The one with her in the skirt blowing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Flex magazine cover. That's iconic.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have a mint copy. She could autograph it. That'd be great.
That would.
And
be.
she looks great on it. She's like basically.
If
naked.
anybody can find a copy, send it to Andrew,
Yeah.
please.
Print it out at work.
She would probably lose her mind if we had that.
From what I read recently on her, she said that nothing gives her more satisfaction than guys coming up and saying, I had pictures of you on my wall, you're my sex symbol. And turns out that was me. I'm one of them. She said that. Nothing makes her happier, so.
I bet Lenny and Emma love Gigi Allen.
I do. I love Gigi
who also
Allen.
fought,
He's
man,
definitely not a
shitting
cookie
pissed
cutter.
on-
I
Gigi
don't know if
Allen.
I
We've
don't know
talked
if I
about him
would
before.
I don't know if I would go to one of his shows, but yeah, I definitely like
Well, he's
Gigi
dead
Allen.
now.
Yeah. I'm saying like,
be
know,
covered
if
with
he
fecal
was
matter.
it's like going to a Guara concert, but like it's real shit.
Did you ever
know?
see him pick fights? It's online. Picking fights with guys in the audience.
Yeah.
Punching them in the face. Then he takes his clothes off. His dick's the size of a fucking thimble. And he has a nerve. He walks around like that. He's like, what a this.
He
Speaking of
does
that,
not give
Jason
a
was like
fuck.
that in the fucking locker room the other day.
No,
Oh yeah, butt naked.
nothing like Gigi.
I walked in there to take a piss. He's just standing there. I'm like, Jason, put your fucking clothes on. I'm in the locker room. I said, nobody wants to see that fucking mushroom cap. He just doesn't give a shit.
He'll do anything in the gym, but actually work out.
Exactly.
I from time to time I see him at Publix, and I kind of avoid going up to him
Many
because
people
I know
do that.
I'm just
Exactly.
gonna hear like, well, you know,
Same shit.
yeah, exactly. Definitely a character.
Definitely one of those famous people on the planet.
Oh, will you stop it? You gotta stop encouraging him, man. You should have seen his mother the other night encouraging him. Jesus Christ.
What was she saying?
Oh, she was taking pictures of him in his Yoda costume, cheering him on.
That was funny.
Giving him
In
a
the
high
Yoda
five.
costume.
That
Yeah,
was
actually, I
funny
give him
as hell.
He was playing that game pretty good. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, man. I haven't played video games in a long time. There's too many buttons on the controllers
See,
nowadays.
yeah,
Yeah, when I think
It's
of a video
difficult,
game,
man.
it's one joystick, one button. That's my old Commodore 64 right there.
Or like in the arcades and shit. Like
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is just,
Up,
it's too
down, left,
complicated.
right, and
The
a
graphics
joystick.
are fucking awesome. I mean, it's really cool, but it's too difficult. I don't
And
have the
again,
patience
you
for that
can't
shit.
take up that with your schedule. There's only
Fuck
so
no.
many hours in a
No,
day.
Listen. He said over a month ago that this was going to happen, that he was going to do it, and I didn't even fucking believe that he was going to get all that shit set up. But I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll
He
come
did it
over.
himself?
No, some other guy fucking hooked
gotta
him
go
up
soon.
with everything.
I gotta go soon.
So, fuck it. I said I would, so I did. Now he fucking every day. When are you coming back over, bro? That was fun. He said he made $80 that night, which
I'll make it over there one of these
I
nights.
guarantee
I'll hang
he
out with
made
him.
more than that. He won't tell me how much. I said, "Where's my cut?" And I'm gonna let you go, bro. Fucking idiot.
Hey, if he's making money doing it, good for him.
So what's with the hardwood floors? Somebody messaged about a hardwood floor. How are
Did
your
they?
hardwood floors doing?
Did I say they did?
What's a hardwood?
How's Emma's hardwood floors? Did she get her hardwood
Uh,
flooring done?
Probably.
one-
Are they
probably-
that like
talking
a-
about like my new
Probably one of your weird posts.
Is that a code for something? Is that
That's
like
what I'm
an
wondering.
encrypted message?
hardwood floors? Well, I moved maybe because I had.
Did
I had-
Emma ever solve her hardwood flooring needs?
I don't. I have
That
no idea
sounds
what
like
they're talking
a
about.
code language to me.
I mean, I need hardwood, but not floors. You know. That's the only thing
You don't
I
have a
can think
boyfriend
of.
now?
I do not. I haven't had a boyfriend for a while.
Sam, in the fitness
Since
industry
early-
that's popular, is there any men of your liking out there?
In the fitness industry,
Yes.
there's definitely guys I admire like at the gym, but
At Planet
know.
Fitness?
yeah, absolutely. There's a
Like
select
that Haitian
few.
wearing the tights?
She just said she doesn't like black guys.
Haitian.
No, I
A
actually.
Haitian is black, Leonard.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily.
No, I
Not
actually like
necessarily.
pretty boys. I
Have you ever
actually
met a
like
white
pretty boys.
Haitian?
Yeah.
I don't. I more often than not will not go for a guy who works out like that much, or is like because they're so full of themselves.
Narcissistic.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I just
Always with
I've
this
dealt with
fucking
narcissists forever, and like no, I don't have like I don't have time for that shit.
It's same with the women, you know. Can't stand
yeah,
that shit.
they're just as bad.
Not only that, but they plan all of their meals for the week. How
Okay, but I do that, so
yeah, but you'll also go out to dinner, right?
I mean, I don't go out to eat. I have no one to go out
But
to
if-
eat with.
but
But,
if-
if I
if you-
did,
if you
then-
had
Hear
a
that,
boyfriend.
maniacs? Emma
Yeah.
wants
I
somebody
said,
to go out to
"Sweetheart,
eat with.
let me
Take
take
her
you
out
out
to eat.
Let me take you out to dinner tonight. You're gonna go. You're not gonna say no. I have to eat what I pre-prepared all
no,
week.
but I'd probably say pick somewhere healthy, you know, which isn't really saying a lot.
You
for
wouldn't
going
give
out to
yourself
eat.
one cheat night a week just to.
I mean, I dabble like here and there. Like my thing for the past like 9 months has been Halo Top ice cream.
What
Which
is
isn't
with
that
that? I
bad.
see everybody.
Oh my God,
posting
it's so
it.
good.
Bluebell's
Because
fucking
it's
the best. I thought.
I won't deny that like other ice cream is way better, but for
People
being like a
post Halo
protein,
Top all the time.
because it's a protein ice cream with low sugar and low carb, and it has fiber in it, and it
Yeah,
tastes
no
like
shit.
one
it
that
tastes like
good.
regular ice cream.
Might
I
have to try that.
eat it like every other night.
I don't eat ice
It's
cream
like
very
having
much.
Oh, I love
protein
ice
in-
cream.
Just put it in separately.
No, that'd be gross. If you mixed regular ice cream with protein
But
powder.
eat a protein food at a different time.
You like ice cream, you jackass.
occasion.
When you're
Ben and
I eat it
Jerry's.
because it's low sugar and like, well, I'm on
Ben and
high
Jerry's
carb diet.
is the best.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fish food. Get that
Half-baked.
one. Half baked.
I like the Tonight dough.
I like
with all
chunky.
different types of dough.
I like
in it.
chunky monkey too.
I'll have to try fish food.
Banana, peanut butter. That's the chunky
Hey, me and
monkey's
Andrew
real good.
Kalora got big eating half a gallon of ice cream after
See
dinner
that? I'll just have like
at night.
I'll just get fat if I eat like that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just eat like that. That's why I'm so strict with my diet.
You gain weight easily then.
I do, and not the kind of weight that I want to gain. Like, I gain fat very easily, but not muscle.
Just don't go back to those anorexic tendencies.
No, I don't want to. I like food, so the funny thing about that is like it's a control thing. You know, it's like I can't control anything else that's going on in my life, so I might as well control like what food I put
What do
in
you
my
mean you
body.
can't control what goes on in
No,
your life?
I'm saying like as an example for someone with an eating disorder, like why they do that. It's a control thing. Same with like addiction. It's like a all control thing, you know. That makes sense.
You got a steady job now?
I do have a steady job. I've been working there, I think, since May.
All right.
I
good.
mean, like, I was telling Andrew before you guys got here that I'd like to go back to school for physical therapy, but I have to wait until I can expunge my felony before I can become licensed in any medical field, which is what I medical stuff is like my thing, so that's what I would go into.
And how do you have to do that?
Expunge my felony.
Yeah,
I
is
have
it possible?
I have to wait 4 more years.
Oh,
And then it's like
thing you're young.
it's like $2,000 to do it.
that's
So
all right.
if I go to school and for the next 4 years, turn a 2-year program into a 4-year program, by the time I'm ready to get certified, I'll be able to expunge my felony.
When something gets sponged, though, there's still something.
The government and the police can still see it, but jobs and like employers can't.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean it'll
Just
be
stop
worth it.
posting shit about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, no, none of my, I work with convicts and all kinds of people right now, so it's not really anything that is going to be, like, damaging to me.
What about your felony? You don't have a felony, do you? You're
Nope.
lucky.
Do you have any charges?
Nope.
That's surprising. Why does this, well, that does surprise me, actually.
Does me too.
Oh, that smoke.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Blow
It
it
smells,
that way.
smells good. Sorry. It's not up to your standards, Brad.
It's not weed.
It's not the right kind of smoke.
That's right.
Leonard, what is one thing that you got away with that is a felony? Because I know
Many sexual assaults.
what? I know you've got some misconduct in your history, like violent sexual assaults, because that's what I'm like picturing
Yeah,
with you.
shit.
assaults and sexual assaults I've gotten away with.
That's deeply
You
disturbing.
know, workers and such.
Okay, Harvey Weinstein.
Somebody says the wrong thing to me as a man.
Be a good
I don't
girl.
say anything. I let everyone hear it. They go, wow. They'll say to themselves, I can't believe he said that to big man. So within a day or two, everyone's got to use a restroom. So when the guy walks in a restroom, I make a beeline, walk in there quietly. You got one door for the lockers, one door for the restroom. It's pretty much soundproof. I'll come in there, grab him by the neck, slam him against the wall. You want to say something to me now? You got something to say? You got something smart to say to me.
Why is that a sexual assault?
That's a physical assault.
Oh, I thought it was about to get sexual.
Head's getting smashed into the wall, and I'm choking him. I said, you want to say something now? Then I'll let him go. He says, come on and hit me. Nobody's in here. I said, they can't hear you. Go ahead. Whatever. Then they'll come out, and I'll actually have the balls to say, oh, big man threatened me. You know, we went to the
Prove
manager.
it. Prove
I
it.
said, I don't know what he's talking about.
How about that story you told me that Andrew didn't put in the video was fucking hysterical.
Well, there's a reason why I had to leave it out.
Yeah.
I wanted to put it in the video, but Lenny revealed a little too much information that just may not have been good for his state of employment.
The morgue, the 800-pound.
Yeah.
This I definitely want to hear.
15, 20 years ago, we had a doctor's son. He was basically in an accident. He was in a wheelchair for 20 years. Over 800 pounds when he died, liver failure, you name it.
And his father was a doctor, and this kid got to be
we had
800
money.
fucking pounds.
So Dad probably ignored him.
But
I don't know how you let that happen.
Well,
to
exactly.
yourself, you
The
know?
morgue, you have to put it. You have to be totally frozen to be able before they pick you up, and so they couldn't fit him in the morgue. They have these slabs. It looks like a tanning size of a tanning bed. They got 6 of them in the morgue, and you can lift them up and put them on the racks and shut the door. They couldn't fit him in at all, so we have a walk-in freezer at work, and we cleared it out a little bit, and we could actually put the whole gurney in with him on it. We had to keep it real secret, though, and security asked me if I could help him lift it because it was so heavy. So they had 2 sheets of, material that doesn't usually tear at all, and we're trying to lift him from one gurney onto another, so we can wheel him in correctly into the freezer. So,
What was normally in the freezer?
all your frozen items, your meat, ground beef, desserts.
What did you do with
Corpses.
all of the food?
We put it all in the corner because they have shelves and stuff.
So you stored a body
We had
in
to.
there
We had
with
no.
the
It was
food.
hot outside, so we had them right outside the door. They had all the other employees leave the kitchen. They said there was a fire. There was 8 of us guys, a couple nurses, male nurses, not doctor, but security guards, myself. We're grabbing each end with 2 hands on this material, and we're pulling them up, and the fabric you could hear it just started ripping. So this body went and fell, hit one guy in the leg, buckled. The cheek over his face flew off. He had liver kid face looked like he was machine gun with red dots all over his face.
Oh, God.
Pus coming out of his nose,
Ew.
his ears,
Ew.
eyes. It stunk like hell.
so he
Ew.
wasn't embalmed yet.
No, they had to wait to pick him up.
Oh,
And they were having problems
God.
putting him in a kind of a hearse,
He was
too.
decomposing
They
already.
they couldn't just get a regular hearse. They had to get something from Fort Lauderdale. It was much bigger to be able to carry this body out, get this body out of here. They may even, I don't know, got a frozen tractor trailer. But he's on the ground. It's like, oh, shit. So then we had to grab it. We had gloves on. We had to lift it up. And I tell you what, nothing's heavier than dead weight. And
Oh,
that was
I know.
800 pounds. I couldn't believe I deadlifted close to that, but
800
this was way
fucking
different.
pounds.
He was over 6
It
foot
feels
tall.
twice as much.
He was
when
over
you're
6 foot tall. It was just a mass. It was a gigantic mass. So
How old was he?
He's only about late 30s, about your age. So we had to get 3 of those sheets and put it under him and lift his body, take the other ones out. They got 2 more security guards. We had like 10 of us, had to lift him from the ground on this one gurney on wheels.
And he just...
And lifting it up, and they were like screaming, "Oh, I can't, I'm gonna drop it!" And I'm like, I'm basically doing the whole load because I was strong at the time. I was at my strongest, and put him up in there, covered his face up, and they picked him up. I don't know what
They
working.
deliver him in a fucking ice cream
Yeah,
truck.
but oh man, don't ever want to get liver problems. I tell you what, I saw that face. I've seen patients with liver.
Oh, don't ever want to get liver problems.
We have
Listen
cirrhosis.
to you.
We
Yeah.
have cirrhosis.
Take your fucking own advice.
Yeah, go off.
Yeah, we
You
gotta
cycle stuff. You don't live on stuff.
get you checked out. Make an appointment. I'll fucking take the day off to bring you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's
Okay.
make it happen.
I've got to get going.
All right.
Right,
That's
Emma,
it.
thank you. You're a very eloquent
You gotta
speaker.
leave?
Yeah, I have to because I.
What do you
I
got?
go
A
to
fucking
bed.
curfew?
No, I don't have a curfew.
That's
I go to
great.
bed
Oh,
early.
you're very
That's great.
regimented.
I'm very
You're
yeah.
a very eloquent speaker, Emma. I learned a
fucking
lot from you, and I hope the Maniacs did as well. And you just goes to show that when life kicks you, you don't stay down. You get back up.
You kick life back.
There you go.
Yep. Well, guys, it was fun.
Yeah.
I'm
Good to
glad,
see you.
You gotta come
glad
back on.
that- Yeah, definitely. People always ask like why I'm not filming with you guys, and hopefully they know that we have not totally different schedules, but that's pretty difficult for me to get. Or you guys go to Where you guys go in the morning?
L.A.
LA. Fitness.
LA.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
In Boca or Delray.
Yeah, it's just too far for me.
Yeah.
Like out of the way.
You gotta
But-
get a car. You and Lenny would
But the
never know
thing
so
is,
many
I was
people
just
without
telling
fucking
Andrew
cars.
about this. I have a car
Mm-hmm.
back home.
I would shoot
I'm-
myself if I didn't have a car.
I
used to
haven't
it.
I haven't driven for almost 10 years, and I was
Is
telling
that by
him,
choice?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I got it taken away. I got it revoked from 2 DUIs, and that was in, I don't know what year it was, forever ago. And so I had to pay 17 grand in driver responsibility fees, which I've been paying over for the past 9 years.
Jesus.
And then in order to get it back, I had to take care of my felony court case, which I did last year. Save that money to pay for my lawyer again. And I finally just got 3 notarized letters of like character witness letters or whatever. I have to have an AA sign-in sheet and then a copy of my driving record. Fly to Michigan, go in front of a panel of people and convince them that it's okay for me to have my license. Fly back another 8 weeks. And then after they grant me my license, I have to have a breathalyzer in my car for a year. That's $150 a month.
Get the fuck outta
This is
here.
why I haven't gotten my
For
license.
DUIs that happened over 10 years ago?
Yeah,
The laws
Yep.
are strict in Michigan, huh?
I know. And I wasn't even under the influence of alcohol. I just had like Xanax in my system or something. Yeah,
Wow.
it's fucked up.
So how long will you have to have the breathalyzer in the car for?
A year.
Oh, that's all right. You
It's
can do
just
that.
it's just money.
But if
you
you're
know, that's all
Tiger
I
Woods and you
want.
do that, you walk away.
Yeah,
from it, no
exactly.
problem.
Well, when you got all that
Yeah,
money.
you can drive again a week later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
But if you're
They
Joe
just want
Schmo,
money.
you're fucked. You'll never drive again.
Yeah, but I have a car, back home. I got to get it fixed a little bit.
Down
but-
here without a car, you're literally stranded.
Yeah.
I know.
It's just
Not really.
I,
Well, Uber is
it
great.
makes it,
Uber
yeah,
and Lyft
it
are
makes
huge.
it
Use
pretty
Uber or
humble.
Lyft?
Yeah,
That's why I live
switched
there,
to
close
Lyft.
by.
well, you live not far at all from your job.
And when the gym
That's
was
by
over there, I
design.
had everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my boss gives me a ride to and from work, so I'm thankful for that.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Because that for Uber and Lyft can get expensive too. After
I
a
spent
while.
$3,000 on Uber last year
Wow.
because I calculated it for my taxes because I'm 1099, so I could
So you
write
can
that
write it
off,
off,
but
good.
I still owed money.
Jesus. I
It's
use
ridiculous.
Uber. I have Lyft, but I usually use Uber for nights out because I'm not paying for a
Nights
fucking
out.
DUI. No
That's
thanks.
smart.
I don't give a shit if the Uber costs $50. A fucking
Yeah, it's a good
DUI.
idea.
That's
No.
smart.
That's why it's so silly when you hear about these pro athletes or celebrities getting
Like,
DUIs.
how does that
Imbeciles.
even happen?
Have a chauffeur. Use Uber.
Well, back in what was the 80s, limousines were like popular. It was popular to have
Yeah.
have a driver. Now they want to drive their own flashy fucking cars. But do that when you're not fucking
Cookie
going out
cutter.
drinking. Yeah.
Right.
How stupid can
They
you
all
fucking
look the
be?
same, they act the same. Odell Beckham acts like Deion Sanders acted 20 years ago. What's the
Odell
difference?
Beckham's a fucking fruit.
Exactly.
When I put in the address, it goes to all the way over here. You right here, though?
That's right. The blue dot.
Okay, let me move it to over there.
Jason texts me.
One shot couple week. Come play more video games.
Broken English.
What do you think he means by that?
Want shot couple week. Come play more video. Oh, you're in like Flynn.
If
That's
I want
it.
another shot at beating him at a game,
You're
come play more video games.
You're roped in.
Yeah. He didn't say anything about money, though, little prick. He makes all the money.
Just
while
tell him
it's-
you'll come for money.
Yeah. He won't do that. Getting
Weren't
money.
people offering you $100 to make out with Jane?
Oh, yeah. She would have done it, too.
I haven't had the pleasure
She would
of
have done it
meeting
for
Jane.
free.
You never met Jane?
No.
Lucky you.
Maybe she'll have a Christmas party this year. We'll see.
You meet him
Yeah.
within 5 minutes of meeting her, you know why he is the way he
Yeah.
is.
I
And that's
bet.
why, that's why we give him a break.
Makes sense.
You all right, big man? You ready to go? What's your word of wisdom for the night? Give us an inspirational thing for the maniacs, and please do not include Christina Broccolini
or trannies.
or trannies. For the young guys getting into the gym,
Stop being a cookie cutter. Stop wanting to look like Flex Wheeler or some physique nobody. Start thinking of some Marvel comic character like the Hulk that's so outrageously huge and project your face over that body and doing what it takes to get there. It's especially true for the 16-year-olds. You could become a total freak because of that. And you could always lose the muscle and be healthy when you're later, but start going towards size.
You could be healthy later.
Fuck it.
Load up
It's
on all the
all
Fuck it
about
up
the
now while you
size and
can.
the eating when you're young. The heavy basic lifts. Because you'll never get that window again. I'd kill to be 16 again. Why? Because I'd be in the NFL. That's simple.
All right. What
Also,
about you,
don't-
Emma?
Also, don't hurt yourself trying to get big. I feel like that's a big fucking thing.
Well, you're going to tear muscles, but you got to bounce
Well, it's like
back.
people.
Well, when you're
doing-
younger, you recover quicker anyway. I mean,
Yeah, but like, doesn't mean that you should go. I feel like people go so far out of their way to like.
Some people just
so
weren't
big.
meant to be big. I'm Exhibit
Yeah.
A.
I'm not meant to. I'm not meant to.
Lenny, you've
Be
known
big
me
at all.
for 19 years. You know I can't.
Well, you're a female.
I'm-
you don't want to be
I'm an-
big
Well,
Well,
anymore.
you're one of the
I'd
few
like to
guys
have
that
a
I've
lot
seen
more
that have gotten
muscle.
bigger muscle-wise
more?
over
Yeah.
the age of 40.
Yeah, but I can't.
Naturally.
I can't do it.
So that's a
Oh.
testament to you.
Until 8 months ago.
But the thing is, Andrew, if you were doing that at 16,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be bigger, so we'll never know that. But then again, who's ever died from being too big? Maybe Jeep
Well,
Swenson.
that guy you were just talking about that
Yeah,
you put in
too
the fucking
fat.
freezer.
Yeah,
You
too
mean
fat.
big? You mean big muscular, not
Right,
big? Okay.
right.
Dallas McCarver.
Dallas McCarver
Yeah,
made,
but
he
he
made
got
he made a
choking.
mistake. He
Well,
made
that's part of the deal.
a simple yet complex mistake. Simple was getting the
Choking.
glucose into you.
Joking, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, but
Dallas
that's
McCarver.
it wasn't from just eating. You're a fucking grown man. You don't choke on your food and drop dead.
It happens if you don't know how to. If you don't know how to
Don't
like,
these
throw yourself over a
bodybuilders-
corner.
It was the cause of what he was taking.
Most
Yeah,
of,
I mean, I get that.
most of these bodybuilders who have died over the years, I think Mohammed Ben Aziza, I remember, don't they usually die from dehydration right before or
Yeah,
after
he
a
died
show?
from an electrolyte imbalance.
Correct.
Yeah,
What was it
his
with
heart.
Rich Piana? What happened to him? I know he was in a coma, and then but what was the main
know.
cause? What was the actual cause of death?
There's rumors, speculation. We heard things.
Yeah,
Like
I
he had a
know. I
problem- he
hear,
had
I
a
hear
problem
so many
with
different
snorting
things.
oxys.
Yeah,
And taking all the
And it
other
was,
shit
like,
that he took
insulin and,
mixed
like, all
with
this
it.
other shit.
you know?
It's tough to say because supposedly there's no toxicology report.
Right. And
So
there's a
odd.
reason. There's
That's
a
a
reason,
huge piece
there's
to
a,
the puzzle.
There's a reason for that. They don't
Yeah,
want people to know
absolutely.
the truth.
Right.
But that's rumors that we've heard. Who knows? You
Yeah.
know,
Just
speculation.
Depends what video you watch on YouTube because that's how we get most of this information. You know,
Yeah.
everyone has to make a YouTube video about it. Oh, the autopsy report is out. Let me make a video.
Yeah.
So everyone gives their own opinion on it.
You know, speaking of YouTube videos, I saw something odd last night, which doesn't surprise me at all. But I was trying to show my friend like an episode that we've done that I was in, and I googled Delray Misfits Emma, or I typed it into YouTube, and there was a video compilation of me and like my Snapchat stories. Are you able to save someone's Snapchat stories?
All of my fucking
All of his-
Snapchats
yep.
go on YouTube.
Correct.
There's
I know.
there's
I'm
like
saying
4
someone
different guys
else,
that fucking
someone
do
else
it.
saved mine.
Correct.
Because I don't
yeah.
know how to do that
Correct.
for
Oh,
other
fuck
people.
yeah. I shouted them out, I think, on the first podcast.
How do you do that for a video?
No
Because I know you
idea.
can screenshot.
Anything Brad posts on Snapchat ends up on a YouTube channel.
Yep.
So,
It's-
and we know that.
weird.
There's a Dan Russell. There's a
Miss Fitness.
Miss Fitness,
Yep.
Mischievous.
I just
all
wanna
of
know
our
how to
live
do
shit,
it.
everything.
So
I
anything
just want
that
to know how people do that.
anything we put on Instagram or Snapchat, we do under the assumption it's going to end up on YouTube forever,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
and we don't give a shit. So
Well, I watched the whole video because I
How
was
long
like,
was it?
I don't. It was like 7 minutes long of like my Snapchat stories, and I was like, yo, I don't even remember like doing that.
Uh-huh. I'm aware, so I know whenever I put something up, it's gonna.
I didn't know that people did that, and
You
so
could-
that's why I was like really surprised.
you could flag it if you wanted to and have it taken
No,
down.
it was nothing
Somebody
like-
told me there's an app for that where they can.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was nothing like not
Just be aware.
flattering,
Anything
but
you
yeah.
post on Snapchat
Is
will end
gonna
up on
get-
YouTube.
yeah.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
Jason's too. Anything Jason does on Snapchat ends up on
I
YouTube.
don't
don't
really
care.
do- I don't-
These
yeah, I
people,
don't
if they
really
make,
do-
If they make a few bucks off it, let
Yeah,
them.
who gives
I
a
don't.
shit?
Yeah, I don't really put anything on Snapchat.
do all this
that's,
shit
like,
for fun
obscene,
anyway.
You know.
If we were all about making the money off it, we'd be filming right now this whole fucking
Yeah.
thing. But
yeah,
you know,
of course.
There's only so much you can do. It's like, Why do you want to oversaturate everything?
Yeah.
We've always been quality over quantity. Some of these channels will post, a video every other day, not caring about the quality of the content. If we don't upload anything for 6 weeks, we don't upload anything for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It just means nothing is going on worth filming.
Right.
And that's going to happen sometimes.
Right. We could film these because we're going to do them once a week, but that's in time. Like as we gradually
Right.
get used to the whole system and, you know what I
Right.
mean? The whole setup will
Looks like my ride's
evolve.
about to be
Is your ride here?
here. Yeah,
You
well,
wanna-
it's about to be here.
All right.
Want to
So-
wrap
Wrapping
this up?
Yeah.
Good night, fuckos.
Emma, it was good
Good
to
night.
see you.
It
We'll have
was
you back.
great to see
for sure.
all of you.
Very educational, Emma. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And
It's what I
Christina,
do.
you have a wonderful night.
Hope everybody's
Whoever
having
you
fun
are.
setting up their cookie cutter trees.
Christina will be dreaming of Leonard tonight.
As I will be her praying for her at midnight. Her
Next
and her
week,
family.
Synthol Mark in the house talking about his virginity. Or lack thereof. We don't know. But stay tuned. Peace out. Bye.
That's it.